Panini etimi ya launch bill no assign bibia ba. But do you see we are one person when it comes to parliament, Kumasi parliament, you talk to the young men. What is their mindset on 24-hour economy? The talking in town, any casano. Who say Omanhene to so, and I say, oh, Masa, it's much ado about that, and now you and in a couple BB anywhere.
About that 24-hour economy, no, make I say, President name now can asemno. Ujina campaign platform so can 24-hour economy beba yebeko 3 shift bema manfo enye adwuma ye ne adade no. Akunta energy ne ahokeka ene enieden a
ode
awuram no akote wo fom ene ma misuru no. So energy ne ahokeka ne me can say vim dia na wo sen kode wuram ye hu se 24-hour economy no eye me flagship program bakwa me kan ye ma ne tom ranche ne maba wo asum free se omu fi se omuni adwumaye, and it is true omuni adwumaye omuni namsa so hu enti amanfo ebenya gidie benya ahotoso aresemu se 24-hour economy ne eba
the game changer.
It is the game changer. Say aban adwuma bia ye befa nipa we bekwa anopa we bekwa awia we ebekwa anwumre. But akonta president na o kan asem no ano na o keka wo fo mame akonta as the ntia mame kasa ne say so the toto emra president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo kan free SHS wasem na obedi ade in 2016 2017 mo akonta obekaya mini evidence there, but we are told to say Emra President Akufo-Addo decided so the free SHS be in his first year. No, people like Dr. Kwame Adokofo
it's true. It's been confirmed.
Mampeni Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo say too early. Sikeni wo twen na bianka wo second term kra no. Na nka wo dia ba. But papa ne ka kire say no. Ma sign a social contract with Ghana Mrantie any mabawa parents any abatan a omuntimi nti omu school fees na konta yin nyina no secondary school ni yekobi. That time o papa o be ko school agye so okoji loan every bank
e ma menom de omu ntoma
afratie ni ade ansa na yetima kotua school fees eno kwanye se yekotua ni nyina o yekotua kakra.
It was in
no akopa headmaster Chelsea ma me ba ne mra
na oba achire
me pebie aba so atete ka. That's it. Yemu biye kwaje certificate kura na kada so da ho na wo say okuko change akota sa energy na
Akufo-Addo World Bank's report that says through Bloomberg say the free SHS since 1957 is the most important social policy in Ghana. Now the toto ahonkeka Nana Addo Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh di wurem
na de betoto 24-hour economy na
emebunu bo twidi omampani achi no a
yes
won so omampani ahonkeka no
won say mampani John Dramani Mahama
o de to dollar ni cedi no ahonkeka
yes ase anwode bia o de president club be catch say ma catch finance minister and Bank of Ghana governor and say dollar na fe de o money nyina 10 cedis. It means
between 10 and 13.
10 and 13.
He said that.
Catcher say na omonti Ghana for ya wase. Omonti Ghana for bre ase. But emeburu ye mrantie no a ye pa adwuma ye no. Sa on kekana President Mahama de tasking the economic management team
on the dollar
CD and inflation. Moma ne mra form ne sa ne manema no. I don't see sa on kekana ne sa and ye dini biwo 24-hour
economy framework on say no dollar no ne cedi no dollar ne cedi talk ehia policy framework
by now concern ka President Mahama assemble ebia ye businessmen who say ebia wa friend despite wa friend Kwaku Oten wa friend Boris B wa friend Tabia no Kesben no matena say
Danny Farmer
from say captains of industries this Magdan wa friend omo ke mo mi entera se mo ye Ghana for mrantie ne mabawa mo ye adwuma mo fa nipa eboa oman no e de ne ye nyema mo. This is my plan 24-hour economy and na me deba me de na me nyema mo finance minister te ha Bank of Ghana tia say agriculture wait ha
trade
tia na fi omoka ebia Boris bi mu farms for no sori no omoka papa akate mu alaji akate no sori no omoka dako farms no yaye farm nkuko yaya but problem when ye face nkuko aduane kra ye nya bi ne boarden say ni say aban oboa ye promise o see ebetimi afidi Ghana for
2000 3000
ebetimi fa say president say sa me mam we nyina mbetimi aye Ghana for hebi o TV so afei Dr. Koko Otemo ne Dr. Aboagye Dompem so a omo manufacture ne mai so abegina ho no so maka omo de Mr. Kesben mo so into bank ne ade Kesben de na menyama na wo bank ne enyina na bia expand the crack Nigeria Ghana ni be no abi adwuma Ghana ni adwuma no a travel akotogo krada
ansem be na bi mu de kakra ko ne na
so hu ebia mo expanding ko even ye nebi yati hana Nigeria for abi bank Zenith na Ghana UBA na Ghana Ghana ni be no wa bi bank say wa bi adwuma aye ti na me expect senka
go te cement wa
mo jata cement bi wa Nigeria by now me expect say President Mahama Sia Ibrahim Mahama mo ne omo nyina ne omo Sia ebi kwa kakota kwaye meetings ne be trio oso okay me ne mu Sia first quarter second quarter ye be say Sia mo ma me update so hu enkomo na business plans me ne mo Sia January by March mo fa mo business plans mra mo de ba ya me de ama ministers no by June ye be say Sia ministers na ede na mo aye ede afa
so far de ama omo
ade ama omo mususu mo te wo waye ama mo o se de onye akuta na ma Ghana phone say olumai no nani abre o pese mrantie no enya adwuma akuta I don't see that
akoye say ya lip service aye kasa do
Dr. Guzita no ye de call parliament yes usa kuntanka ye we nyina ne parliament ni ade nyina no president so disan komo no wachire and straight away parliament pass ye ya wan authority abeye adwan ye de grata ni nyina kwa koma no Dr. Koko Otemo opewe Aboagye Dompem esi opewe despite so opewe Magdan so opewe Kesben so opewe we say opesei
Oferisa
pom so omo pewe for production
small and medium enterprises for be almost so upeja omo so baba be industry captain
what I say bia Boris B near the farms near the ade na manwa ya bu ama bi ono so enkuko bu be 10 e friend Santase okay sa kwala no osuso ma na bia best ne be e bia be 200
fa no na so
na ono so de na oye no to efiri ni honomo na etoma for na kunta gradually ye build economy ni nye President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Adewe one district one factory na kunta ye de ni kobubu say ye sisi aga kese na kunta na ye ti honomo no ho covid ne buy na ade bi na misua ye Ghana for start obon say yankasa ne ye seminar na ye asante ade ye omudi gu atade so say blue
and blue
na ye junction violet
a
parazone is that Ghana for started developing sadie no akunta etinka obia amanfo ye garages ye fie mebia wo ofie no kura fichire ho baabi bo apata wakọ adwuma na wapon obedu fie no ye sa mo friends junction violet ye asawa ye your friend is blue ya what you start full area ho ye azuma blue seminar no ai ne mosua behu liquid soap ni ade ye no what ye now start wo area ho na de ton wo area ho en kakran ube grow ode be free so start no Santase a afomo so de code no ho kwada so na man for recommend ma opatase na gradually ko wanim barakote de ni kokobu say ena ye si factory kese but nanki ebetimi ama manfo en kakran omo start ye free omo fie na fichire ne garage ne veranda so so your school ni akwala bi akunta oko school woni area ho e bi akwala na ko school apon enkwala na opon school na oba fie no oye bia oko school secondary school oye day student opon ye obedu fie no small boy brabe boame oboame bia oko fie bia mama no 50 Ghana say
20
cedis bi je akota onim se 50 series no ade echi on the befa car ko school enti ne maami amani sika kra ama na obetimi aye enti indirectly wa provide job kakra de ama akwala no whilst akwala na ko school no so no na ote papa na ntia da bia papa ne ye no na osua ba de ani ko bubu ni ama kakra ka wa yesi factory yesi pillars wa yakwa Bank yakwa jilo wa basatruka akunta se yenjai na me de hunu se brofo ne doso asem hia so akunta ye kan twi yo
ye kan twi
asem hia ye kan twi yo he adwuma ho asem hia boys no ka president ni businessman ni sia no enough of the brofo yes minim se businessman mo te brofo pa
people like Kebedu,
yes,
people like
DBS Industries akunta
baakwe ono so twa enchansi ya wo YFE Donima dom yes ye fancy ye wo Kumasi ti ne yebubo
mu di omo aye de
these are industry players Donima factory yo di
mo
sakoba se aban waka se Donima and as a certain aluminium industries more Ghana
DBS industries if you na contractor
bia aban contractor bia ya fa no se wan to pack of cement nomne sa aluminium niema no nyina no about this type of tons
yes and from
free ho enya sa ye ma
contractor
onkoto
konta
ebasa there is market for Donima for DBS industries.
Yes
wo na be guys so fenipa because your man adwuma e was so meet target or yeah maybe at 20 tons or any deva over recruit
tonight for mama babe so aye amade na koso ba akuta se akoye brofo no na yeka bara akuta Dr. Guzita no omo brofo no edoso o akuta sa bill no am de call parliament kakraka book
no say 78 page 100 page you know
akuta 100 page me businessman me pade me pesika ko edwas me kinka book wanyira nwianza na o ma me low
ade azu ni she book ma me bo
akuta ebia ade na da ho no ya summarize no kra so your constitution see wo abridged version no say
yeah I simple e nyina
ekuta ibi ni ade
baako me one major issue ana industry captains complaining electricity bills. I remember very well when the State Kyeɛ said they will introduce a special meter.
The amount
omo be roll onto the also 400 private firms and apply. Very beautiful.
It's the same way
it means say the industry players have faith in your 24-hour economy. Because as I tell me, Tandia na may apply and as I request ya, there's a umpe. So for industry players to apply, say 400 of firms in Ghana, individual firms. Say say you log them onto the 24-hour. Automatically, it means you have won.
Yes.
But the Obayama I'm going to say. Ordinary application by
no.
Enkoye political party semi ana Asante can say. Asante eboa. Oye MPP ni ntino. Momi anwini hu mienu ni eboa no a. Ya eboa ma ye NDC ti momi ehwe eboa makane no. Se enyiyimu na ma. Na ebi a me kra me wo a higher capacity, a larger capacity than Asante. Now more times can you now come Asante? Yeah, well, almost apply for one district, one factory. Ebesi de.
Ayeka.
One district, one factory. No woman ya Jesus Kanomadi. As a bank, I knew a moodily. A man.
Ye time yes.
You almost a time si come out for farms.
Onye Kyeɛ but
onye Kyeɛ sika ye man for farms onye farm no aye
but na Kyeɛ ni party wono mu a oye Kyeɛ
no yes ayi papa
enye
na nekropo
council of state aguna krofo
so hine
ni farms
na ye man as in bank sika na do ra farm o say you did all this o say yes everyone more call obi so farm
no odwai
na ne bofu there was an allegation against Chama Wontumi for receiving over 20-something million for a brony.
Okay.
But it was a 24-hour economy. No, non-partisan cry in Ghana.
Now, Kotausa Suma Nipana or Babe enrolling onto the program assurance say enko ba te se ne moye one district one factory no there are people more rolling onto it but na ban we buy wo si watwam
it is sika
it investment amaye ahye agukwa
people's investment who say nipa bi on mass yaw because of party it won't mean kasa o
ntimi mo nyina ye di etiakota
ebi wa kwaji loans wa Exim Bank e wo so okutua
24-hour economy no
edan no ba bi osikosi ye ni factory ni machine odi begum no watwam
24-hour economy. What is the assurance say? Se me so me basu bia.
Na party bi ba o me ka say enye the policy into which it is important so omo this policy framework we aba.
So
ya what you say? Enu ntira
policy framework one day say one factory policy framework be na nani wo.
Dabi oman shada anye. Oman shada man.
Mami gift your hini kunadu.
Yes, mistake come and say yawe. Oman shada man a binding. On se free SHS. Yeah, free SHS was is here yaw. Aban bi betuma betwam.
Oh yes.
Over ka say MPP 137 MPP 4 so omo de kwan to kwa ba ya omo ntumi ampase. Enti free SHS da ho is here no. Bibi betuma sia ma aban bi betuma to atwere.
Legislative.
I was saying so legitimate with a law. Enti on say 24-hour economy authority has been established. As we speak now, aban bia na obetima ba betwam. Ye wo mra bi ho no ma ya hye. Okay, emre ya na omudi say ye forestry.
LI 2462 no.
LI 2462 eye den na omutimi bowura obirinum ne ade because omo ye mra eye kobedie wo mra. Eti no obi wo ho no ma. Utumi nya ne hwe.
Na ma omunya kwankwa bowura.
Ene ma ne nya kwa bowura mu. And this buy na ye ni abre say omunyi free ho no na eno cry enough to cure that mischief.
Yeah, de
yo, emra wo ya
president nkeka no.
But I'm talk there who can me no ya adwene on the accent.
Let
people see you. Let people see you in action.
Yeah.
Obakai obampeni kufo time or yeah, emra bi fa a presidential initiative.
Yes, presidential special initiative. Omuko dua banche.
Omo ye no.
Start ni kuzi.
Is say be come ra se be fie na nka ayemra no. Ebe ye omampani no ejapade. O call the koi.
But akonta ebi ankoma ye die ya. Free SHS asema ye ken. Sa President Kufuor all starting na mra bi ani ho.
Yeah.
But esan se ne dana koma so.
Na Ghana fa koma so. Odo na ba
you. Ghana for bono or implement we ansa na ye kwatena se akotinti me womra.
Yahweh.
It
office of President Mahama betimi abeka say free SHS enye mra to adwam.
Obetimi atwam. Ene obetimi. Say 24-hour economy ye adwuma. So te say president e de energy ni akeke awura ma na ye adwuma na e fam ranche de maba wa mi wie school ha no. Ma hu say
aban for frabo se mranka ho betwam. Ukra try.
Na wo aban
political suicide.
Ya nsan emranche wo ye free adanka ene nka kuri nke bese
there be no on crowd try go to say
you dare not to send your free SHS
you fail in elections
you dare not ejakota etoda yenya mra ne hwan ne ye de call parliament no hwan president Kufuor ye bia me yehu with free SHS even national health insurance kura no emra president Kufuor di hu nkomo a sabre no MPs bi sorry chifa so parliament ne ade no almost started so more pilot no mutual de no almost started so more pilot dan fina na e parliament yo eti akota president Mahama enkeka no ho kakra ebia na ohun se ye need so saa but so ohun se boys no ne girls na need 24-hour economy no so se 3 nipa miensa be ye adwuma baako eni ade a akota eka enkeka no nke kosoro kakra wo
mamintio
o my media me hu ni se for now, mean to me, I say we're losing hope in the 24-hour economy for now. At least, I say, we're here. It is in the process. Last year, no, maybe we almost go akwe. Omo ya monko kwankete yes, ane mani nyina. It's all jet towards just provisional creation. But 24-hour economy, no. You say, omo benya mra teach. So omo nyamra. I teach. They say. Yenya a whole secretariat. A base be a scholarship secretariat, and I say whatever that should be a baby about. Head of by upon to be go among the place. I beg and a yapadi. Me, Adia me 24-hour community woman say, man, to baby, that's our bino advertise say. Ubi and for application, mra. Then so then yes, Nipo Makumako 400.
Yeah.
Nipo Makumako 400 say, if you know chrono. Omo support to a bino say, yem, omo per se.
aban no niema ode be ma omo bi no mutimi emfa de.
So it's good. And you know, abani ni only be mechanic say reason to disappoint these individuals now more show they fought this particular interest no. And you know na mechanic say abani transit man ye hu say sa companies ya be ebia e pure water mbo produce. O baba be ya potoyo we baba be ye hwan ye what is the most important one say be hin animu ye e bi also a be long term e de end wo munya sa categorization ni nyina hu hia enu say meka no ha say sanansa ne mpo say 200 400 no oman so bia timi afa dwumanfo 50 meti ma ka kire wo say enipa 20,000 ma fo madwuma aban say wo ukoma han enti no yan hwe process na me de na mo ka me ne mo ya adwen kakra ye politicization of issues or memu. Any panel ye or MPP or NDC be hwe say nipa no. Owo sebe ni project we betimi aboama e man na akoso a. Yemfa sa ne man no aka de yemfa man no because ye ka Eximbank yabo ma nipa akoso Eximbank nya grow. Hwe amanfo apply Eximbank loan pa. Omunyi so manya awie. Ebi ye party ma pa. A ye shombo so manya be so monsanka. Enti aba no yem omunya these soft loans. Omunya this some of these rebates say electricity bills are form. Sane many nyamon fama sa among individuals so much so interested. Ne amwa. What's that? Na me can say was ro because nipa intimate trial bele was ro and some fanya 24-hour economy. And this among special meetings among form some say mo party te so amoma ye hu how we are going to do all that.
But as ante ye President Mama we in first year.
Yahweh, Yahweh, me can say, Yahweh,
Ebasa, Ade no,
Yahweh, Ade,
or Chanko see next year, now, walk to Abano.
The me can say, Unjai,
2 years a pen.
Sega, Mabunu Heno, Elchan, Mewa. Me can say, last year,
Kebianka by this year, Feba,
Yahweh, man, crying, but maybe they say better late than never.
Oh, my,
to them,
oh, my, policy. Ultimately, your policies now under 1 year and under 2 years.
But they hear the also year.
And I can say, last year, no more decided this legislation. Won't like I say, yeah. Say, Ndene can say events. It is driven by among for no who said the needs among for here demand and supply number yes and man. And I'm crown if it is so much say ebia abay human e be no 1 3 trends and but so who say e private sector led. And he said, I'm no and show interest. Different, it will just die on
it will collapse.
Yes, and this amount for 80 many phone and a bar. Me say there could be more application, but me do nipa base 600. Obia a binary resource so me who do be a year. Na ya kadi that importation. And the young chain on my main cousin, there's another theory communication. Your friend say truth default theory. Truth default theory, what can I say? So okay, same chilubia, nipa ne betia. It will get to a time that the person may have reasons to doubt. Say, asama okay, dead do. It maybe I say, I feel what they say, do my dabenum, so I feel that some adults no do. And for now, there, on my penny no car, a month for the bet you, Mabuni bet so, what Bobuano will say, but bedroom repino,
okay, I want you.
And that, and young situation yet.
Kenya, Hona,
can say, I didn't a bedroom Samreno,
now didn't fear me, you know, church on crat,
a bedroom rebino.
Now, what in
a bedroom rebino, a bedroom rebino. A bedroom man, Paniba cat 24 hours economy, a month for you and pay peso mede. On Betty, because I say, a Bayer campaign promise
now become just rich.
What I said. Imagine say be by end of this year, on money say, sa employees Asia, woman will be a candy sign and my name Jamboa. Maybe I take you offer. Oh my, it will bring me go free SHS difference. Maybe be free SHS a policy direction say, and ne me take it off ne a government driven where you in where private sector late. I'm crown crack. What you say? To a difference. So intermediate. For now, I'm giving this benefit of the dance. By December, by December bedroom. Now I start with them. Applications. You start with applications among for and for so be a maswa. Then we say be a bani chantro. But at this stage, it is too early for me. So like I said, 24-hour economy anye.
No. The issue of
anye. Watch it now. one can home. And I say, at least there is legislation support. Say Omanya. Omatia Beka say, Samri, among 400 employees are applied.
So they are looking into it.
You won't show me the Bebo. If you can, a banu crab nagas there be. Ensure the yempe ensure producers. Ebia, Munya Sadia way. Sadia way, Nebe Boama, Mabunya, Jumayan Tentemtino. Those individuals with these ideas, Yamfa way finding years, Emwa, Yankanwa. A Juma Yan can dem was say, Sabani Menebre say, Obia obey testers and kwa can produce and even provide job for more than 5,000 or more. Yan can say it's shoe keke, so be ye shoe. Ye new shoe factory or Equasi say, due to an answer almost years we say. Efeni say Coco boy akokra na mawe ye ni asase betime bia jute enti o man ye necessary aban no wo ye o ye hwe say from now to December by bega say e bia onkeka no wa by next year samre na 24-hour economy ye tenity
yes say obi bo abetri a no
o shout den and am panifo say we ben say wo sha say buru nsuo kane a woni ye kokko right now meba right now no Washasiye.
Washadiase.
Oh, amai, yehu baby ase.
Krata sa, udim siem yenu church on krata. A content uti opposition na o kachire se ube 24-hour economy no. 97 one true bibianto. Before summit
o my enya church
decide say
enya church
me call law school
enya church yabo man
carry me
enya
law school na me kon afibia me tia 20,000 Ghana cedis enti be cross amount for bebo me cra
enya church
5,000 bi da say
enya church dey say ko matro
na nya na so
utro that end individual application no na be kire
okay gentlemen hold it there
two institutions
hold it
there start from your
I
end.
understand it, all of you, but there is one angle. Say one share. Ye my home time, ye may home run. When you be one afiaba, now she see.
Oh, my yen no answer, Mabu.
It's the 1 year, 24 hours, 1 year.
Say, I say, 1 year.
Then you bet
12 years. So I never 12 years. Now, and my hamo dear Babruno, as saying, say. Let's look at you bet me my program no I possible than you bet to bet ya.
Let me can say for now dear. Oh my when you are who say a penny say there are other promises won't say will be clear can was what I say. But when I once I was in me say there are other promises kwana emba obi no o ye ni ano mo say o molanchi o mu kodesi. Kodesi enu na wo nya da age sai chemu kire ma meti ne mani bi krase be ye kan ya no keke
yeah 1 million codes
one so na say ayi Sam Joy ana say minister bi okoye sa de no ana say basentele mo koye sa gosi say e be sire hu say ya fo bi na ade be chi na ye say 24-hour economy abai just come into place na be say 5-6 months obi eno aye fa na juma na say for so be na was entino Kenya potre December be do
by December no
mimi dia by December dia
by the
now
end of this year na ohun hwea
that is where I have my doubt that is me
osote ya abo amaso ase from the angle say ono so fi say
no so what I say
me atwase
okay see how
matwase dia
matwase agrobe dey free no pa
beba yawe
na me si wa ha sie wa bunso no
akuta dia wa bunso no
kata ono chese nyen kata dia me besa chese bo am is on the issue say ahokeka aban no edi wura dollar cedi mu aban no
na ahokeka be ya
meba pressure on my penny John Mama so countless occasions he was on the governor and the finance minister. Emma Oba first year last year almost all the time no kasaba dollar cedi dollar the tea on my penny no kese pa was dollar cedi dollar even the Thanksgiving or can say no kra no ho adwiri no a kwan transformation in the dollar cedi aba it means it was something crucial to him. Eno na bo amase ofi say sa okeka wodi wura economy ni mu man ne yenya resource no onfa sa okeka ni wura 24-hour economy ni mu anu amanka se ka omanpani benya sa authority no onyime se na chi oma emetra ne nchen e wo Jubilee House or free fear ba. Omra office first. Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye New Year Oba office. He went to every office.
Yes.
If you watch the video, it's so beautiful. Every office at Jubilee House. He went to every office, shook them, had a camaraderie with them.
Yes. Intensity.
Ochia ubia drivers, cleaners, or yeni nyina ma ne ye fe. 24-hour economy, Emra ne pronechi was saying.
Yes.
Because asante, everything rises and falls on a leader. Ubetimi the idea, betimi the idea
social contract na
ye. Nobody will ask a Gusitano na afili. Yobeka so Omanhene jo mama and afili.
No one to abama Gusitano.
Oni na podin koma. Oni aduchuma.
Yes.
Busa napo say how many hours and times no call Kufuado nasi? Virtually every week. Or corner now the down call Kufuado Jubilee about 3 times. Napo will tell you. 12 a.m. 12 a.m. No do change Napo.
Because of he say.
Oh, the upper share Napo at Ministry of Education. Ne so taper energy. Oba energy kana ni mo edu. Energy pressure or no. Enutino say Obi Kase president in fan hunyimu a the flagship program o
maybe you no more
emabuna wa bontin nyina no ye wo bebru bi wa nya botre twen no
oh yeah
say DVLA across Ghana obeko shift ehon na need so
watame
ne de ye national health insurance obetuma kwa anajo we de ni say apart from no the government has state industries Ubetimi amano aye initiative. Say, Ebia, Giok distilleries.
Yes.
Let me build it. Na omon got 3 shifts, no. Na encourage the detractors and the naysayers say it is doable.
Giok okre ko 3 shifts, no. Giok 4 years nsuo. Momo nsuo no so bia de ne de age 5 cities a. Momo fa mo de enji
2 cities 50 plus
cities.
Na man phone top.
You beat the prices down.
Asante.
Where yes sir.
24-hour economy. Obi now say enye ya. Na nipa kro no onte. It's doable. But wa wo kika wo di be wura mu na be kire o. Eno na be kire wo priority. Mumayam ye kan say. Say wo di wa wo kire.
Okoto abako ya presidential premise ni ade na ade ko 20 the time no ye kan wan sem kra
Ghana 2 years aka election year.
Yes 2 years aka president
you have been with the system. So when you are middle of 2027 ya obeye bi amafo hu ni say for election.
Obeye anka nya ne de dada. Mfie mienu na ade atro krata.
Vancho krata.
Na all right.
Otumfo Sasamo Hene Sompa Hene. Your friend or Honorable Akwesi Kennedy can come. Kane Asoko Mampong. Asoko Mampong Kane. Oh yeah, DC wo. No de ne ye MC. Kane na ye DC. The Kane DC ono ne de no municipal no emu odu. Enti oye MC. Oye Kane mrahebedwani ewo Nhyiaeso constituency. Eba MPP party mu dia wadi post ni nyina bi wa Ashanti region ha. De wan de enku aye chairman.
And then was Amavozi obedi.
O de amini de. Oneti ha no
Amavozi obedi.
Oh kasawa yawo. Masem nie. Me say party no polling station. Electoral area coordinator. Constituency youth organizer.
Yes.
Constituency secretary.
Yeah.
Regional youth organizer.
Regional organizer.
Wadi post biya what MPP.
Acting secretary, acting regional secretary.
Acting regional secretary.
Osofo panyi Ebeneza na kan say Kakum.
Asasam dem ka kanka musa so timi popular. Timi nkabio. Akwara de kawie ye. Bia me papa me nua pani ma de nyina Ebeneza say
One go no.
It is Yakoku.
Goku no one.
Kokuno ni biara. Eji mimi ni kokuno.
The girl could ya you know.
I don't know he di Costralo.
Aye.
That's why.
There be sweet at Costrano.
Costralo na muso bobo edi ho. Your bobo di na so Omanhene di eja me penasem dada. Abrante no. So for Omanhene me de jai onu de me penasem dada. Kuku ajando. Beautiful kuku. Oh me pakona na se. O se ba ko so ya grace so se ho. Okay. Abaji kan kam mo achi mo akwaba. Now I'm to say.
I don't know where to me home.
Okay.
Dollar is stable, but the mind more ahead.
And not so dear. Maybe when says Sika, I'm watching new money mu pee, but Sika new money. Sana mimi huno. I'm watching chichiren chet say, a man foresee ye woni adeno. A bin a new hosa, but Sika nipa de Toby bidia ye bibi so ya me anim ni. I was see.
The Thomas as some more kind, no, and no Korean.
And you bear
Sika emoja.
Oh, Sika de emoja.
It is a new bottom, Nancy no money.
That's all yare.
Moja nasa.
I was see. Opa Chama was antimantema.
A mere nomination.
Maybe so awesome.
Ye me no.
Ye bia obako fa form.
Well, me wo position me and son. I want me table so I may consider CCA.
Position me sir.
Because
Chama kan.
Free soro ba nyina besi form no. E mo bia metumi aye. Position bi on people mo as it stands now.
Ubetimi.
From vice president besi form metumi a decision.
Beba. And you position me sir no national
back
regional
back na constituency back.
Constituency.
Of course.
Constituency dey say be MP. Enye Chama.
It's under consideration.
Regional no ye dey chairmanship.
Chairman is under consideration.
National
organization under consideration.
Me nsa na table so a wo dwene ho.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, consultations.
Exactly.
Emu dian pa na priority, scale of preference.
Priority.
Definitely there's a scale of preference.
We have to look at the baby are we best fit for the party.
And where do you think you are best fit?
All of them, you're best fit for the party.
And to me, mommy and son, I was a back could be very priority.
The consideration state in this year.
It's right now. Or parliament or what consideration state.
Mammy has to see because it's in share so. You will bear 50,000 votes. Oman to Abama and PP.
Okay.
50,000, huge number.
Next constituency be the 10,000 to parliament.
Hana make us in share so constituency no. In the registered voters, you have almost 83,000. You got to about last election no. Yeah, imposed is about 30-something thousand, which is about 50,000 deficit. A big NDC or a big one to Aba, a big other people. What do I say? But she also, as you know, normally Nankia hit get me Faber getting to 90%. It is only panel 50,000 now. So when you're 50,000 number added to the national tally,
that's true.
And Ashanti region now says here no party level Ashanti region so is in disarray. And but that is how it is now. That even the direction, the party's direction. Now the party is not as it stands, and the party doesn't have a party office. Any regional party office in Ashanti region. Well, I don't know.
Who from the Nigeria
regional executive member? No, my father that. You painting cry and for cry as a printing press or cry. I don't know. Normally, I know Mushi about my office and I war.
They war as quite touching.
But the whole regional office, the whole about we campaign office.
Okay.
And also, and the national party, also the organizational part of the party in the national level is also bad now. Because who know the actual operations that is going in the party at the national level.
So yeah, organize it.
And yes, the party must be organized. And then yes, I wish any more organization, no, I cost only be nice here. People must be given a tax, and the night after, so the tax and man, you have to pin the person to the tax. Now, if you say, Dimpano, Yen, Jumano, I say, or the Ashen and Sano. Who could you pose about tones, so now the take and cry? What could you pose at tones, so now the Tiabruchiri? What could you pose about tones, so now the yard for a Poaco, Juma, and your party of Jumana? Somebody should be able to tell them the truth. So, if he's a winner Jumana, for Jumana 2, and that's old school, Nabaco school, Yobana, but if you can combine the two. On the mission, Yemubino, you put 2 years school on hold for 12 years. I did a party, Juma. We Prempeh College, me 12 years. At the meeting in a party, what I was because I'm a co-university. Mean to be in your party, Juma.
Then you
of course. Yes, so I'm doing another master's again. They are me no because me son school, I may say, yeah. another masters in school. So until I didn't know somebody should tell them. What you post in it now I got an abrochiri. Oh yeah, woman babako. And nobody's telling anybody. Mama, a party now, baby.
So, and tonight there be a catcher new party be Ashanti region. My titis yes, ye be more per regional secretary, be more per organizer or Tiabruchiri. What the sa 2 minutes, sir?
How got an abrochiri?
Or track a crown or I got an abrochiri.
Mesu constituency officer.
My penny for Yamin Kwanka, the second table feli, bogus na ke felino.
Exactly.
Bogus. I already post to Mawomo. Ubu obe ban ocean the credentials. PhD 111. What time to me, mano? What name she?
But you're on the telephone here.
I know we can be our fly cover.
Even as it stands now in Ashanti region, some constituency officers will not think crime. Constituency of chairman, not think crime. Constituency organizer, secretary, constituency officer, not think crime.
I saw something during election 2024. I was shocked. Unim. Constituencies be youth organizers, new women organizers, no muku school average. It elections come out to be.
Exactly. And you say na make say.
Me say constituencies be wa. No more youth organizers, any women organizers, any executives of the constituency. Now muku school average. It election one to be gram about me.
Unim bibi.
How do you organize such?
I'm running a regional officer. Me as a
MPP.
constituency or youth organizers for a trip. After I'm going to China, I'm best meeting for opportunities. President Kufo time as an mega yo. And I'm a co-president Kufo, and I'm no cousin, I'm so name and any fine pa. And that day I Kasana, you chief of staff. I'm Mr. Kujumpi. No, and I'm as one best day all the that are 33 of youth organizers who want to get a talk. Our China, because I'm a Chinese, he's the executive secretary of Ghana Chinese Chamber of Commerce. It did not be to be depending on my eye, Boma, I be via ticket, Grofombe sponsor the Accordia Benina, not a why a passy away. Do you know what the Kojumpian told me? Or say, oh, my Bob party, no. You got me the party for youth organizing, Kotana Bruchiri, not half a crime, party Nakola, so Ashanti. And Ashanti is the heart of the party.
Which him?
Why, my uncle? Yankumpo. Was say project in say programming and when President Kufo speaks to me at that time, who am I to say no, Menko? I Eddie man. So I'm intermediate. If he's the party no dear my obiti a constituency officer. I know that the parties are trying to address it. New you may buy and I'm making measure say mobile the right thing. Then yes, oh quiet, not a drew baby or nan for now favor baby on your nan for obiti swami. What make you know? Na the constituency officer will be.
Na the
or reside or swami. Na or ye be a constituency chairman, another constituency organizer, and a constituency secretary. Teswami. Now a constituency secretary be a subi.
As Obetuma Kumasi.
And to Oba Subia, no Aquacoda was swami.
Mebao. Obi Kumasi.
Yes.
And so no, a regional secretary, constituency secretary or Boasi.
Of course.
Na Otikumasi all the time. Just say meeting ban or baho.
No, sorry. Wrong.
I was so
be a constituency penny war, ebia Konongo, Otikumasi. Na just say be free media or no so ne regional chairman as a regional organizer and as a regional organizer din nyina no obunyina code the chrome ho the same day o car na de na code that car no so di akira or no mo continue nyina mo ya hoho na makwagodo. What kind of party ni is? I'm require one crop for what you order how you be constituency. Yes, the guidelines no address it. Say even crown so open so electoral coordinator no. You should live in the constituency. And no crown anka and kiye na tin time ube live in the electoral area. Ube police station officer, you should live within the polling station. Sana say na about a police station bo ebo ho. And to find that one we can forgive because you know you crow back on him. Oh, and I make us say, Sadia na Mudia back clause on us, I reside and vote on the say no. Say, Obey wouldn't obey na Jenny say, obey Yibiam, but then back court. Obey favor, in any part of this country, I'll sue the person and I'll seek redress. I'll go through the party structures. Party and say, young call exhaust all the grievances procedure. I'll go through all the grievances procedure. I'll go to court. And I'll inject that constituency. I confess that the right thing will be done. Because also so I have and I good word of a second and first. I was very active politically. No, if you say Yama and Krana and I say Omu and Chirimano Amoma take you over today, we're going to do the right thing. But the results is telling us that they didn't do the right thing. Because the company had the right thing and the results it was very bad. And some of us have spent all our life in this party to make this party where they always sit here. Omanhene Yaw time and now she and call brain bra. You see a political party with my radio background. Were even afraid to go to radio.
Kai Kesman. Yeah, 2010.
Yes, I do man one. They are party. They are my party near corner. A man cry or my being so my be party. Me did this. I feel no more permission. Me age group man by counter me. That is where they recruited a lot of youth to come and counter me when I decide to talk about issues near year. So and then MPP man and NDC for years because now will be a penny be at the end kind of street. Oh mammy, a combecumi or comcume. So hard in the yes, and a be drew baby a dear dream. It your mind, media, as I said, no. So the position in me and saying, and this is what some of us are doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go to Ishiasu to go and rake in the 50,000 deficits. I can be in Ashanti region and make sure that those who have been given assignment do it as it is prescribed in the constitution of the party, or I can go to national and make sure that things are done right in the party. And the 3 position is on timetable. On my drawing table, I may consider, and I'm doing a lot of consultation. Baby, I'm very effective. A bad party in the fast one, and no, I'm a HCCR. I'm a neighbor. And you go so. Yeah. But I say, I'm a be our party. Our polling station. You see a big party no from 1st March to 31st March. Obi ankonko churu ni din. So we krachi ni, so we krachi ni, so we sikeni, ana we yeni, so we abaya juma ni bibia o pese you keep identity secret so you kwan be fa so you keep identity secret e mo obi ehunu. Kochuro din na be member of the party. Sisi ano samo hwe ya, on se expand the electoral college no. Your main destination is a all members of the party, selected the leaders of the party. That is 1 man, 1 vote in the party. Now, 1 man, 1 vote in the party, I say bono. And I say, any say obey a member of the New Patriotic Party. So, when you're a member of the New Patriotic Party, now you're a supporter of the New Patriotic Party. And unya kwine and to abani bimpacho. You the difference between a supporter and a member of the party. Supporter, and they say, ohunu MPP bibia ope o ye MPP ni okon MPP ntoko e bibia so beko MPP kratem no na ye ntworo ndi wom this a won tworo ndi wo MPP party na so MPP ni na wo MPP don kra no a wo ye eye a supporter of the party ntuaba anasa wo nye member but you so a member of the party dia na udin wo MPP enhomamu a se ye ka se ye MPP members ye ko hwe bibia udin wo ye ko hu bibia udin wo so how dem mention e didn't e betima ka se obi a church or a church goer obi so a church member obi wo akwasi de bi obi so de adware akotena sorry dem akobon pa bibia so na ntwo di wan sorry dem ti e cast church members on cast ho what dem mention no enti mesere say ye hwe sa de ni nko e be fa so
akwasi kankam Suleiman Saidu Akwaba General Secretary People's National Party PNP oye ochirechire ni mapa ewo TI Humedia
Head of Department Mathematics.
Head of Department Mathematics. And I'm ba musku me hu ba wa hu me. Me nam hon ma na me busa obi say papa mi no o se hwe. Oye on head of Department Mathematics. Na obi twa ba bia. And I'm saying students no respecting the pa go do dini huni. Now I'm saying, sir, okay. To want some about school crowd where home. Now boom to say. Yeah, nobody has say. And then I suppose on as a chassis. And then echna any fiada. And him say, I now move ye. Now it brings to a discussion. Now we are a tutor at Ahmedia idea me busao na majiwa dwenkyere ewo ho. It's one of our topics this morning. And then the question we are asking is, what can school authorities do to end this student hooliganism? If you Central Region, same way CA, any games here, mobile football, no, say, omo to Mirkano, and Takono de answer the hoopy, but football, no, aborto tourney and Tokwa was just so rampant. Actually, for an answer a school penny for, and then on bet me a year, ama this. Is it the way to go, say, cessation of inter-schools competition at Axis Central Region or chairman to further? Is that the solution? The talents that you were intercoin Kwale, I think a sentiment about for 14 years. Anyone more breaking national records, see? Yeah, man, kakwa because in Kuala you know me and Sebi Nyamran Samana. Mamemra won China, we say the same way, as Sulemana. Oh, yeah, Checheni, what's that? I'm told, sir, you've been there for about how many years?
15 years.
Wow. What's that? Our mass 15 years.
A mass 10 years.
10 years.
Chassis or Jachi Pramson.
Two feet Jachi Pramson our mass. But you have been with our mass for 10 years.
10 years.
Shall I idea? What mass, a juju mass? Mammy Musao.
That's our passion.
I think I doff my heart for you. A dear not church for which my year with this student hooliganism.
Your mind, they decline, Medasi, na Kunya with their mammy. Na Yentia, Yapefuina. Mincha on some Ishayache, and our work and comes. We look good. Thank you very much. We look like we're still in government.
No cash one, or cash brutal. Mammy Joe.
Mine. Asem no, I had the via a kakra because Senodi Kanka, you know. You're back into schools competition, sports, athletics. The essence of it in the same Kolano, Martina classroom, kakra. Ne when you say tension, in as if we with release tension, kakra send the canon. Umunyasa kunyano na ebia obi other talent, into that activity na school curricular activity.
Okay.
Ya bibia ya dia bata adusiano. Sene be ya ebe kose na epeno in terms of more mental health. No we so be discover more talent ebi anye school no konkwa na wanya da akonya no so e dia kominim. Ohwetia media senior high school ya produce a lot of athletes
yes,
and me no kasi at the international level. Yes, celebrated 75th anniversary see. Omo part through the media senior high school mo athletics sports omo ka omo it me raise huge sum of money almost supported media ko school mo no.
Okay.
Oba so is a painting I koso
yeah.
Project
yeah.
Ni na no o hwa significant amount if from
sportsmen and women.
And the BBC say they say they are in supporting our native mungoyi. But unfortunately, no. In Kuala Nubi, very few. But come you me and sebi. Ma dena baba ya dia ebony. Ubisai. Kwa ben suna as teachers, educational administrators, but my breast idea no. It's a whole lot. But we'll commend the current Regional Education Directorate, NHS Washington region. Our might take some steps towards especially spazonas. We directive about say teachers must be where the students are. Ideally, that's they're supposed to be.
You see, I don't mind insisting.
Yes.
So a church for in Kuala
where they are supposed to be. And this one, remember at least obi baby.
Also show the
teacher in a honor meeting. The second thing is before on mobile stadium, say be no be doing common amateur say and yes so ko hono ma wo kontakwa. Unu bia eni to ko bia mo wo. Wo dey na say wo kwakoti na stand hono.
Cheer your
why cheer your athletes and your players on. And if you are to ball, to do via them. After that, you escort them to the stadium.
Okay.
But then, you know, your man Kolana Kasa no more for more ways and means eba. Into Obano then is so kind. So what kind of conversations are Omunye and so on with our stadium? The directive in this young convey to the sports stadium. And this is another portion of most of the students have been conveyed to the sports stadium. And no more ponswa. That's where the problem is. I thought that in the course of we know
maybe and see Oma we no.
Yeah, Konafi na.
Tokwa
we fancy na heading to Kwaba. Especially when we free no a cropon nasifon. Even they feel like say umbeti man nante.
Ankwala ni nante koda. Utimi share bi wo sometimes run about no almost sakwano
They're very risky so.
Yeah, can't bet you one.
So in this time I say young convey a bus. There is a budget for that. In the same multimedia sir Mra Muda she so them quantia Omanhene I can see one authority say Ashanti region I see Santo. But looking at it from a broader point of view and so and they say Yemusa will say the disciplinary measures are here institute nowadays, you know. And also can be ana. Say we've relaxed some of them. Abaya will come and say, and now they are your force of Christ says outlawed. I'm uncle and him say about say Bobu about there. It's outlawed. Even a disciplinary measure such say Rebecca say ya palm will be school Quran. It's also outlawed. And now they are say yeah you. And now we instance also when they say akwa bedi etimi di boni. Unsa sa boni we die.
Yes.
Your man is a one court in fee. They friend indefinite suspension. And I said recommend a school for the person to go. Ubiwana as a human right. The person is at the school to be trained. And to say, why be you born your Kurana? As I say, through counseling, that's for basis. Yankole use it. Counseling there to some extent, but some of them
they need punitive action.
A serious one. Because even a key, Omo to boys, you cancel no, you back to the school, or you be normal things. The next time, what do you think will happen? The next person also do the same, thinking that Sekasana. But I say, okay, the why no, I are there bonipa. Enti, onko nonko pe school for. One na ufo yina no echinchini ebre kakra ansa no manya school na okoduru ono mo nim say bone a oye no onye biom do ti school no so say asimesi koye we no okoye no amba biom into biaba isane subai and then can these measures can easily be taken.
Yeah.
But I say if you won't take this measure, this all convey board of the school.
Hey.
And there is a need for us to look at that aspect.
Okay.
Then our phone also. How many of us are monitoring the behavior, activity of young Kuala secondary school now? Because then can visiting there is an opportunity for parents to come around. But I say observation I wear and say, "Obo say no ma nunya penyin biaba, and the cousin biaba." If you cry, you are not sure whether a cousin. And
if you cry, say cousin on it's a cousin. That's a part. Young girls, my cousins, so now the boyfriend, a best friend.
So, in the our phone, say, ma, you kohono. Visiting a wo our phone, nyambre, never how a column, no busano.
Yeah, no,
dear, no, the one in and then a downfall. No, busa house mistress, house master. Some call and the Suban was school at the same. If you the obey Baba will show a different character. Into school one of no, dear, no, yeah. The more what to know for own sending what say, maybe I saw we be able to my what one movie for Rabba. If you crowd on Macra, over PT and so the same thing. Into our phone and so. Your best way. Your may no colano. These kind of students, you know, you'll be surprised, said, or papa baba and also my baba no so suban we dey when
be that
who be or fear what to them sir or you book or TV or baba no fafe but meanwhile when suban akwa no dey this over stadium and so school more it's a broader aspect it's a parents you know so yeah and then the media Omanhene we are saying we into na ba I say we but Sanka media knows better light on our second cycle institution in particular. Let's at least once in a while we have a conversation about what is happening now. Engage so that we let our listeners and we say they say the market our phone say this is the first time what they say if they are receiving an opportunity for visiting every month. For every on second week of the month, every first week of the month. ABR from now on, so be me after there. And say that have that kind of conversation. I'm just saying so I'm discipline level no so him. Can you say Omanhene? Huge chunk of budget allocated for pre-tertiary education, eco secondary school. Enrich, I think say more approve a fund for get fund. Out of 9.8 billion, about 62% about second cycle institution. Basic, primary foundation, no 9%. And it's a huge sum of money go into second cycle education now. They say this is the results we are seeing now. I think it's very worrying. I say na into Omanhene, the can say in all no regional education directorate omo director omo abano me jide say na e be do so especially my colleagues in the secondary school no na etimi aboa ma Ashanti region there ye NTB sir.
Thank you. Abaji can come. Mame Emma Kalilu akwaba.
Je so onya.
Ye shi aya che.
Sikani owo ye muni o.
Ma be she senior.
Oh, sikani be we bo.
Senior we DMP, DMC, bibia. No mo say business.
Now the business man be na cho. Ya jai sa na o.
Kakra be ma na me campaign na o yes. No, any be kan ho say.
Okay. Akalelu go pe position be.
Oh, for now there how kwan ho ansa.
Any kwa ho. Anya kwa ho.
Emerpam.
Okay, omubia tuma.
We are still seeking the face of
God. The same thing also to your consultation. All right, Ashanti Regional Manager, Free Zones Authority, is Ahmed Akalilu. Onosu of Yahanamo. I was in my minjo adwenchire and that will zoom in a lot at the 24-hour economy. Yeah. How would the 24-hour economy implementation solve the unemployment situation in our country? The policy framework has been laid. The secretariat is now in. What next? What should Ghanaians expect? And now, Mampeni your mama. Yawama de no say na hoke ka odi ebra economy ni last year no on something grim. Asante Sophie say ye man a year. Na by the end of the year no we can judge the 24-hour economy very well. It's an issue because Ghana, as at now, when you look at the teeming youth, we are sitting on a time bomb. A Juma Asem Edi. And the president promised, he cannot do all. He is not a God. But Diana Obetimiaye will look at that. But when you are doing Diana school authorities, as it stands now, Obetimiaye, normal cable this student holy Ghanazima, TST war, and Takoni, Milo games, ni footballs, ni adino.
Yeah, I think I like the way is it PNC, yeah? PMP secretary, or yes, I public servant, no, or should that day diplomacy be cancelled, no? But already the way I see addressing issues now, yes, or touch on almost every stakeholder. Yeah. Or government or by parliament or by school authorities and our sign even by media no and not only they were because of his position now as a head of mathematics department, I think say Usuru Kakra want to be like a politician. And Tiaso no one can. Omanhene. That the day we are costing are politicians and Amanabasa. Won't be politicians in free. And then I mean, if you say Uncle Current Director, because politicians now confuse almost the educational sector. Being a PPNDC, whoever is involved in and I intimate canokre. When it favor us, you see, oh, yanka, you couldn't say. When it doesn't favor us, you also see can. And yet this hard, the answer why yank behind, and a dear drew baby, a dear dream. Now, me idea, me and says, and Corana, sorry, no kobo, young conqueror. And they are named Yaw.
Have a some politician.
Exactly. They should go to them. So, come course our own penny for no so, and Kobo is the next time they will sit down and do the right thing. Because on says, we have a school in Aba, and be a school for na IBBA. As a punish school, penny for Nasi for Nana. Politician, they quite any vote to do well. To a any vote. To office, oh, Crawford, we do MPP for the doors one. Or come by fast over can on cannot correct because he want to protect his the interest of vote. Or corner say MPP for no be and Crawford and no so no and was also do business cano. But now a ban is the vote doors so no so no saying no about Canada perspective. Now politicize the na any tantan you are politicians na I got not to a good near baby. Why do you want to behave as if say ya bro for the cry ya bro? Before 30 yanko, Abrofon 30 yanko. And nothing as a okokra now public administration. You want the Islamic way of public administration. You want the Buddhist way of public administration. You want the Webian way of public administration. Will be our baby fit into it. Won't mean for the Westerns that were baby and the Western education. Won't even Western public administration and Koja China and Koya man in foul. Because Omununti Tiani will be a different. Or my demi cut yasiapa. And also dan chances were. So I now to be for China for no away no Emma your friend saying Europe or baby and now Africa has a Emma no intimate possible. So the mention. And we should look at ourselves.
So for
Now,
you,
yeah,
that
yeah.
policy of say me and Tiankola, me and you we are. I said to me free at the phone some ekodi kwala it was wrong.
And yeah, before the tiano. And before the tiano. Bibinia kola sanetete no. O hye ne teku a oye ne o mabasa.
Ojimi.
Bebre kwa. Ye swa no. Na o hye school atade prempekolo ye tade na o ne number bi rough na ye school was somebody can call you prempekolo ni penyini bi obehia obi abetimi
Je obedi wo, jumo obedi. Eno ana asante ye bo ka o se okopoko are. Na ordinary nine butu abuba keke. Na an old student. Ha. Edi na wo ye no. Who share uniform way kwasa some would you know. Or sit just say send your papa na tia no. Because oyo wasini atade na hye no no edi mu say sa ne nine or the bomb ba no odi go school na nimu ase. And na obetimi akaka we.
Ba me dia na metaye. Me hia prempeni a oba misbiewu a me juma me di wo kromo no oba te shop. Wa hia prempecology ni akwala wa hia prempatade na otutu aguso. Yen ko school no so opon a se de usiti wo school bu ho no a so de kofi na wo kofi ekura mpo no asa prep college na da so no should guide you can mess up because we prep college dia kola so unti ama se si anu ne o ma ye rough politician obi kotra ba bi te de bi wote na America ba bi wote ni UK ba bi wote ne wakọ Germany ba bi wakọ China ba bi ye di post man no what he was practicing there no be so be implementing wa. And nobody is talking about it. But it's ya him for to politician to her, as of for no more. Look at the way the Presbyterians, Methodists for the SDA for no training, young Nembrani causes a mission school.
Presby as a school. And no Sanya, Upia, Ositio, Roman, and Methodist, and it's certain Anglican. And Tibia Obefem, Obet me who know who say, call Presby school.
Of course.
And then tis out.
And then say, and then so food mix say. Was school when I say debate be a buyer. Men pesa me apologize no biti the quartin school mission be at in the school. I want a mara want a crap as well. No be person ordinary some be co impose school more. What kind of society are we putting together? And the engineer mission schools. Opa so ye Presbynia, no ko Presby school. Opa so ye Romania, no ko Roman school. Opa so ye Muslim, no ko Muslim school. Ufi is a Muslim, and now a Presbynia now to come Muslim, could be Muslim. I said, so why do you go there? Opa go and do what the Islamic law is saying. Like Tia Madia, Upo sa omu citation, every citation, or ya why call up a kind. And I'm a boy and
said my pleasure.
of course, Obesia.
The Lord's Prayer.
But then Ghana High was to say, Obako, now will be to my almost freedom of association, freedom of speech, freedom of then there. No, that is why your ma sect biana, religion biano, a ma mukansu muntu. So apart from that, your public school now, and also so any religion, any share, not to be alcohol. So we should try as much as possible. Say politicians, you're real. We have to be very real. Say ye bema ye kanokra na kanokre. Abakwa say de bia meka say de abakwa ba school. Although some people go extreme. So on me teacher ni bi o wa aya na omo so ko bro so ko ye ni o ma bia excesses ni too much. E bi kura na no na akora bi we ne fe. Opeso ni akora na ye akora na ntwa ma na oba kwa bono aye ni o ma bebre. Eno no nyina na excesses. One me che no.
So ne ye wu.
Oh, entina meka exception.
Excesses. So e bia dey exceptional.
One me che no. E say ani o ma ni nyina ye me my teacher ni do. Me so ma kira de ntimi me kan ya na mamom kase bia be bo teacher for echi bebre kwa. One me che no. E say aba twa de na nya first. Si ebe buwa, uye bone ebe buwa, chi ube to assembly. Na we aso anu ebi ase make 4 big boys.
Ebe leo.
Aha, near the water.
Leo ni de na anu ode.
Obi o wa.
Ba ye tuma gina wa twa ma.
But na discipline.
Oh yes.
Well, Emma say
the thought of who cry and wa ba parade no. At times you tumi do be gina parade. Obi an ka hwe kran kire. Na o de fansa we form 3. Na SHS 1 and 2 4. Na omu nyina e hwe. Bone a wakoye.
Exactly.
Uye senior akra wani aguasi.
And they say to me, first pa no, ni ebo resource. E parade. Ye be burumu nyina be gina first 10. Maybe a class 2, first, ni abo first, second, third. No ma be je ebi okra wi na mama award. Ewi ani ekọ. And the school need to make a chance say adentina o be display me resource. Na no ankasa kra motivation for you to learn. University say I am display bibia.
Na first university na bob.
Wa ho de me che no. Enti obi a na ade.
Wa
adentina wa display me information e wa bonte.
And what kind of information?
And all these things are now there. And na ma for 3 months mu dem ma ni o ma ni peye ni o ma basa. Enti bi de bia na meka no. Politicians no. I say so by. Indiscipline e wo Ghana hanyina for na me school ni na me te wo na me hwe se me sorry anopa me hwe TV anwumre me to TV na me members of parliament we to blow akonwa mane na sefo a me so me kwa me to boba
Mami Agalelu mami tie oso
me da say
okay answer na be konoma ye wo Charles Penny wa Santimantem ha Reverend Father Steve Owusu Sechere and the national president and OAS headmaster. Reverend Father Steve Owusu Sechere me mwachi
Joshua Asumjen
Council. Father now pom to say.
Madam Hoye. Swear.
Yes, you hear pa. Madama, minim say and then no more super zone assassin. Na entakwa mkwalane pa ye talent a ye hunu ye de hunu wo TikTok ne Instagram so kwalam kitwa 50 years ni ade na mirika omu tuo ene ball omu boy no na aye ni so. Nanso so de beta kire ya abototo ne ntokwa na asukufo no toto no na aye asefem. A special case central region say asukufo ikoto cha abranche so anyame nkwanko mu ekuno. Ehun aba se yebedi hu nkomo kakra. Bada Roma enne na mofra yi hyase. Monso so na nkwala yi hye monsa. Ede hye na mudi egu akwam se de be ya owufo bi wo fi a ye mefra ne meka nche se be hwe o ba ne pra dan ya suku ni pra no ana oye ne bi ato mo. Bada ma.
That's meda was so am sa kwan. Na de chen say enokre ene ya shas me no ka se me nam kwan so ameko.
Okay.
Na Jan director Shia and ɛsɛ sɛ wokɔto sɛ obi aba sɛ hyɛ na wode wapagye sɛ na de ato nsuo ni ɛmfa nsi ho
Okay.
nti deɛ ɛsi wɔ Cape Coast nti ɛso so yɛnim sɛ ɛbɛtumi asi afiri sɛ ɛnyɛ this is not the first time biribi sɛ ɛsi
Okay.
yɛyɛ ntakwa bi asi na wei no akɔyɛ sɛ asi Cape Coast ha so ebi asisi na sɛ wotete a yɛaba ne schools bi koraa ɛwɔ asantema mu ha
Okay.
nti nnɛ koraa yɛkura yi ɛdi nkan mepɛ sɛ mefo ofidi case mekasa kyerɛ ɛwo sɛ schools bi wɔ hɔ a yɛfrɛ mu transitional school sɛ double track
Okay.
mene woka sɛ form 1 fo no mu wɔ fie nti yɛpɛ sɛ yɛma awofoɔ no form 1 foɔ ɛte sɛ form 1 foɔ no ɔmu ka stadium ne ho
It is
ɔmu mfiri fie mma hɔ bi
there's a crowd crowd say oba ntekwa awobwa.
ɛma ne mma ɔba polisi bɛkye no wɔn a wɔn te baase mu nko a ɛna ebɛtumi awura Heroes Park ɔno ɔma si akɔ stadium mu inside
Okay.
ɛna afei nso yɛsɛ akora biara nhyɛ uniform ɛma megyina restaurants na ɛwɔ kwan ne mu obiara nyina hɔ akora ɔhyɛ uniform biara ni hɔ a ɛwɔ so wɔgyina outside the stadium wɔ abere a ntɛko no competitions ɛkɔ so inside
Okay.
sɛbi wɔn sɛ akora bi gyina hɔ a ebia na ɔnyɛ sira bi kɔ yɛate sɛ nkɔfo bi tɔn uniforms ni bi ɛwɔ kurom ɛnura pure fm kan no wɔde yɛn krama apolisifoɔ sɛ serew mu a ɛdabrɛ aboabo na alaba hɔ baabi obi tɔn all manner of school uniforms enti obi wa ɔnyɛ student na wakɔtɔ bi na wɔde ahyɛ
No abeba room.
na wabɔ awuram nhu no enti ɛtɔmmerɛ bi wɔn mu gyegye abɔnten bebree bi wɔ hɔ na ebi nye students
Okay.
enti yɛwɔ saa intel no enti yɛde nkrama apolisifoɔ no so mo nhwɛ ɛno so ɛmfa ma yɛn ɛna yɛma head biara nso so ayɛ dɛ bɔ no school ahyia nkora na kasa akyerɛ wɔn sɛ woba hɔnom a mmɛnkɔ gyina abɔntene yɛne security fence personnel ahyia yɛn nso abɛboa abɔ yɛn mmɔfra no ho ban ɛde ama yɛn ɛna nam sɛ yɛde school no ɛba stadium school biara nɛ yɛnkɔ school yɛde ba stadium hɔ ɛna fɛ no co-curricular activity enti all teachers nso aba stadium hɔ bi ɔmu wɔ stands ne mu ne nkora no wɔ hɔ ebi wɔ VIP hɔ ɛyɛ na wɔmɛwura no shift wɔmu kɔ na wɔmu aba enti yɛde nhyia agu akwan mu a yɛbɔ mmɔfra no ho ban ɛne akasa akyerɛ wɔn nso so enti wobusa me a sɛbi deɛ ɛbɛtumi ayɛ a na yɛyɛ no aka sɛ nkora no bɛtie na ɔmati asɛm a yɛka no na ɔmu nkɔ ntɔkwa nkɔ bisa me ne woka sɛ meme bɛyi mefiri assembly na ɛbɛyi ɛna mɛgya wɔn hɔ a afɔre mu foro baasa aba nti yɛka sa hyɛ mu yie sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛnɛma esisi no ebi nsi bio na sisi a mekɔ stadium hɔ mi wɔ inside na mfa sɛ bɛyɛ pɔn so ahom na ebi kɔ fie na ntɔkwa kɔ si kwan so a I wouldn't be there as a headmaster or a teacher me ni hɔ no mɛtumi apata saa ntɔkwa no nti ɛkɔba saa yɛ mo yɛnhwɛ situation yie ansa na mo de ɛho sobɔ no abɔ yɛn sɛbi yɛmpɛ ne saa sɛ mmɔfra baako abɔntene na ɔmo hyɛ uniform so mpirepire mu yɛmpɛ ne saa enti yɛbɛsrɛ mo timamufoɔ ne awofoɔ so sɛ moboa yɛn yɛn nyinaa yɛte sɛ mmɔfra no o wontumi nka sɛ ɔba ofiri nursery saa kodo GHS na ɔyɛ akora papa nti ɔbaa school fɔ mu anaa wabɛsɛe daabi nkwa no bi suba bi wɔ mu de yɛfie na ɛba GHS na ɛba yɛn school mu na yɛba bɛhu ne atrete wɔn ɛno nti no yɛbɛsra awofoɔ no sɛ ɔmo mmoa yɛn ɛtura bi wɔ nom a school bi wabɔ nsɛ de day 4 pon school no mu kɔ a na other school attack wɔn nkwa no ɛkɔ no na nkɔfoɔ otwa mu ɔmo mpata mehu yɛhu bebree yɛhu videos bebree nkwa no ɛkɔ but nkɔfoɔ gyina hɔ hwɛ meka community nipa mu no they don't care about nkwa no if say nkwa no a say bitimi ka kyerɛ mu sɛ onye papa anye maame me no ka sɛ wonu sɛ yɛ ko school no ɛbɔ 80 kura na anapa 8 na nam kroma pani bi ahyia wa wotimu sa questions na me bɔ
asemato
sei akwa nam krom kura na onka ata yin hyem ondo ezitwin ku ha obi anka no hwee ambese be 5 videos kasa check na for ina sɛ ɛnyɛ teacher for ne school before gonna hwe crowd yi na ka because omu ne yɛda akye sɛ yɛantetere ahwe omu ya omu na da akye omu abɛhwɛ yɛn saa mɛ no yɛabɔ nkɔkora ne mmerewa ɛno nti sɛ yɛama yɛ na ne yɛhuhu a omu yɛhuhu ye na mpɛfo bi sɛ ɔbɔ fam so bɛhwɛ adɔ ne ti a ɛnkɔhuhu ye mo ma yɛnto nkwa na saram so mu nam kurom a bebree defoɔ ɛna bi yɛ borders yɛpɔn a borders ne ka school ne ahwɛ omu so na defoɔ no kɔ fie na temamufo no ma wɔfa ahwɛ omu so enti yɛ nyinaa yɛwɔ ɛka sɛ responsibility sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ ma nkora no ɛnso adi yie
okay wada roma nkɔmmɔ yɛ akɔtwe asɛm bi aba sɛ tumi a na akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ne headmasters mowɔ ɛtumi de twe nkwala no so deɛ ɛkɔbaeɛ ne sɛ mɛkae aban yɛ firi so ɔde mmara bi bae sɛ abɔfra no koraa no sɛ kɔba sɛ ɔregister na ɔma classes koraa no a ma ne mɛtwerɛ nsɔhwɛ abɔfra tumi ne teacher ni gyina ɔtoto sɛ wopɛ sɛ wotwa akwalaa baa koraa gye sɛ ɔkɔgye permission na wokɔgye cheat ne permit bi ɛne saa nneɛma no ɛkɔduru pɛpɛnsoɔ sɛ akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ no ɛbɛyɛ te sɛ ɔmu ne tumi wɔ mmɔfra no so ɛnnɛ charlesefoɔ de anammɔ na mutuo sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a saa tumi a ɛduru maybe na ama nkwalaa no ahyɛ den wɔ ɛneɛ nsɔ adeɛ mu no ɛbɛfiri hɔ
yo that's it mekae sɛ nneɛma a ɔmu yi firi mu ɛyɛ abatwa ne nneɛma bi a na ɛkɔ so ɛma akora ne leader mpo ɛne nneɛma na ɛkeka ho saa mmerɛ no na ɛyɛ ade foforɔ enti ɛma awofo no bi a ɔmo nso so etia aba ne twa no ɛne awofo no bi a yɛmpɛ sɛ ɔba inflict pain on the ba no ɔmo nso fa ho nneɛma bebree ɛneɛ ebinom bɛnya atumi didi teacher for atem woyɛ obi adeɛ ɛnɛ kora so wɔ hɔ obetumi fa phone no afɔ no wadi watem just like that no ɔkɔ nti ɛma teacher for nso bi so ɛtetenae but me nka sɛ abra saa deɛ no no saa mmara no bɛbaeɛ no na ɛni hɔ na ɛwɔ hɔ na nkwa bi ne teacher for no kɔ daa na ɛnɛ social media na adɔɔso nti ɛma wohu de ɛma wote nneɛma ntɛm saa no ma wɔde nyinaa afiri tada ne ɛwɔ hɔ na deɛ ɛkyɛn sɛ school code of conduct no for students no very sharp about 3 days ago me my joy online let me tie say our phone no kase omo the teacher for any school pay for say ye na ya say omo in fact me real hoy na wo mo no che say ya fa school code of conduct ni adwuma me sa sre ayamo na ye akradi ayade na o punish no a then you see a whole community minia descending on a headmaster headmistress a whole community e bi akwa no we depend to ba we say o fa ani afrew dey you say ni e pachew and then mo say e fa nya adwuma hwe se ka ye the code of conduct ni adwuma to letter and then kwa hwe be ka back for school ho emra na sharp okay entino etoro bi a na o hwe nkwa so musu ba sitie no a na etoro also the human face kakra bem but mimi school there won't me can say wa school over the wasi e wo poku school there be insida say wo a whole semester wa school na be wasi oba semi register sesen na no ebisi akra ba ko just what me kwa awraketo o be what me kwa me udwiri me say me semi register no a whole semester wa school ye fra obi ama ye fra nya no ye register no oba kwa na register wie me registered by force. I'm say, meba intimi. Yenye ni sa. O ade kwa na ba betro. Assessment when am fa ma. Chinchem me register o menua. Enye ti modern, na mum a discipline.
Okay.
So, enti akoba sa na na wo fodi akire. E na akwala besai. Na bes obeti afie no, wo frɛ hwan. Ede ko tena afie. Oh, o se ati asese. Eye fie ni school that same kra. Enye school nko. Akra bia hu se fie school aka bomu a o sare suban ebi so kwa efie nka bi ma no oba school so school nka bi ma no de o so ya no ye but o ba ni edi akire enti man de o ho ya di ye adwuma enso de ye adwuma wi a akire sem bebrebe so enti no mesre say enam de awfo no ka no my joy na metie ni enti no eyan so afa ho adwene say wo no ye de man adwuma e me pachew pachew what ase
mato asepa
are na wo ba ye say onwane kokuma najo okokuma najo a debordinization na wan tie school man okokuma najo no debordinizing ho na wo pachew
Reverend Father Stephen also search the medal asiano pay na yesterday we say mama hoden na mutimi hwe mo fresh na superzonas no talent no me am imagine class ne superzonas no de heat no bebre ho finals no be hwe bi pa
ya be hwe onim
enkwala no be mirika omutuo no ne nika efe me ba be hwe me da se pa all right akalilu mami ntio
Onia, medasi. Okay, until they didn't can it a matcha when I was hearing now. I'm sure so we are all on TV, is that correct?
Yeah, we are on TV.
Okay, T.
We are on Facebook and
okay,
YouTube.
Okay, Oma Moshe na Michel Bia na matcha me colleagues, especially senior. Politics were chill munti. They are the senior. I nearly called him veteran. But on resigning on call retirement my friend is senior. Me did say school in sense na ye bobo anasi ye ka ho nsem ne ya sema ehun hia pa.
That's right.
Esan say coincidentally me me o kire ni a ya tete me as a teacher.
Okay.
We call Wesley College. We call ourselves the best training college in Ghana. Westco is the second training college in the history of Ghana. I'm sure so winning.
Yeah.
We training college. I think Westco. We are over 100 years. And you know, I attended one of the best training college you can think about.
That's right.
And Ade Kyeɛ, and I think in future I might just teach for hobby and all of that. Nti ade bi a adisua ho anase a kyerɛkyerɛ issues bi na edamakoma so. Now coincidentally in my case, you know, me too kwan kakra. So me sa ko kyerɛ ade. Nti me were the benefit of a Ghana education system
and
what happens elsewhere. And drawing some lessons that will contextualize how I want to do my analysis. First of all, me feel say, suyantra kakra abayemu. Me susu say the na Honorable Kennedy can come kano. Oman bia na se emre bia ne normal was mo ye na your different bespoke rules and regulations that ebedamo ebema modas anas modas nonko. Esan say misusu say ohwe bebia abrofo edu and I the western world edu any kwan omofa so tete omoma, especially regarding how they train their young people in schools now. I am very sure say e bia wo che abrofo and I say na woni abrofo be 80% din koma na so mbeka no kwera do do na beka say steps bi omu taking be 100 years or some years ago nene they are coming to bite them.
Okay.
Me can't go see studio say the brony friend moral decadence. Eya say ye man. I don't want to belabor the point. Meaning say ye mu be Susano kwan ye fast titi and ye sa na ye titi ye ma. I believe say was say ye go back to reorient our society. And it all starts from leadership. Like Honorable Kankam has said, say ne your social media era obroni fa bi domino effect. Domino effect say dey be a koso our society willingly or unwillingly no because of how a society and they develop, especially with the advent of social media. Subconsciously no mabunu esua again yene I call training college esua child psychology be the recency effect theory. Recency effect theory no the bottom line is say ade bi a koso bi adane da ebia o say akwesa advert e bo no TV so advert be to be ba TV and radio so the first time we tell na we say what is this, but you'll be shocked say after some time now that is recency effect of psychology and communication. If you say kwan even ye mpanyin for suban bi eto da ye den na di no subconsciously the conscience of society is to say adepa that is the way to behave. People want to become heroes. For instance, these days, utimi hu content bi on social media. Say obi say bi aso camera sini so. Mabunu no bebre say bi ye one a wo into galamsey. Unim say ya chi obi galamsey ye wo tax force ye chairman for. So no aso video and as for say me wa high galam. Thank you. That is part of the domino effect. for the young person doing that, or no, person a hero, or person a hunu, or person trendy, forgetting said there are ramifications or sa subaina or denedi. Meanwhile, the American say young san koyenchi, and susu, and tena a pono and as table and bobo, quite I was say you do mind of far. I am sure 10 years from today, we will regret how the society will be, because these are the young people. As the older persons or move fade, mabununa and they take you over. And to say young share quite be fast on the attitude or quite pa. It means at the end of the day, situation will be worse. Wouldn't say one of the major things in the UK government, the knife culture.
Serious.
In the UK, mabununu do not have access to gun like in the America. Oko America, the reverse is gun. But over UK,
second. No more second is so
thank
sharp.
you. A critical mass of UK students, only know. So you any coach I do more school need 13. Be careful. And it's easy because most of you don't need a license to buy a knife. It is easily accessible. Be a fee cry no afa. Most of the young people, 13, 14, 15, oku school asikan in bag. The next available opportunity be no one yonko, no kuno. And UK is struggling. Again in such a culture. Oh, try there collect me jump it. All of a sudden, no jumping out table. So no, sir, you dare not shout. In fact, even when you speak to a child, that's a raise your voice, crying, the child can report you, and you'll be disciplined. What's what threatening? Say be what no, let alone say punishing. All they will tell you is, look, assignment, crowdman, no, allow. It's the child's right to decide, say, assignment, obey, and also insofar as the child is part of the class, let the fellow be. So it's a messy environment, especially compare what happens there and what happens here. We are in heaven now. But all I'm saying is I'm sounding a warning. So I'm sure some
but don't take us there.
Thank you. Emre bino mi jidi se na omo ye tibia mu. E no mo ye han no mo du bebi o mo dri. So it's a very scary situation. Number one, the moral fiber no and the training. It is the reason Ghanaians are largely religious, but there's so much hypocrisy in the country. That's the truth. I mean, Kofi Kenyatta will say, 31st night and 1st January, we all know what happens. People will be at the church, the next moment they are doing other things. My Muslims will be in the mosque on Fridays or almost every day. The next moment, we are all involved. We are a pretentious group of people. Until we call a spade a spade. Rebecca say, look, baby, I'm not drew no. Say the million can come say, look, I'm on your 4 year can't hope I didn't in my park. Why first on my mind I say BB see na a pro na I say ye. Na bit me do my dream. Na a bit me my no say be abo. A sign say a color ain't and family or a color being to and family. When we continue this way, I'm sure we are destroying the nation. So we need to go back. It begins from the basic education. In fact, it even begins from a fear. Because if it be socialization and resocialization.
That's right.
Kwaya, you first to take time of friend who fear no. A church only do about 8 hours in the life of a child in a day. The church say over 24 hours now. Abofrano or spending more of the time in the house.
The family.
It should begin from the home. Kwaya are for because children learn by imitation. That's a fact. Who's your child psychology? Mofrano do not at the greater part of our age, and no more ye, no more who say a full ye. No more then or more copy. So we need to look at that. Number 2, especially at the high school level, there have been several reports, but I want buying, especially Ministry of Education, conduct proper research. I may who the level of prevalence of drugs, because untimi and nuboni and free, especially in Nemremua. Nuboni no do a bit on the market, open market, say from Tramor to the Red to whatever it is. I have read a lot of literature. Say even in by a high school, sir, a good number of my friends will be etiminya access to san and nuboni. And again, once they abuse, then omutimiye BPA. At the end of the day, realities will dawn. Then they get to learn. 2, again, minim. How many secondary schools? Muha and a professional guidance and counseling expert. Ideally, meaning that it's supposed to be compulsory, but how effective it is, I do not know. Because aside from say I will for 80 more friend who fear, I'm more friend eba school mono. There shouldn't be a mismatch. It was about friend eba school no. Conscious efforts will be made. Again, come back say first to team more friend mo say say be solve a problem, there should be a non-violent approach to resolving a problem. But it's not about any fist, and I say yes, blows and also bought all the time to be able to resolve an issue. At the end of the day, was see a team of friend who say you can judge to find a solution to any problem. Either than say was say you can get to them from the same house, but the mere fact so we share different uniforms. We call prempe, we call wasinti. Share or park and I say we not say we are to two or seven. We are to or war sick kind be not or pursue prend yonko. It is about the training, it's about the psychology of the kids. Kwan Benson a bet to us on the young give up our churches, our mosques, our schools, the general society in it on say the headmaster or was headmaster can. Society, you are training who these days to feel so will be buying them back. Until the end of the day, no all can say we'll be do attempt. So because of that, let's give up. If we all give up, these kids will grow to become irresponsible adults. Unfortunately for you and I, some could affect us. And to say, I can't say and fire home, a beer, maybe in secondary school and all of that. All of us have kids in one way or the other. They are learning all of that.
Okay.
Sometimes in America now, kids even draw guns on their parents.
Yeah.
It's very common in the American culture. Say, papa, hey, no, I treat you. As young as 14, 15. And in America, for example, if you read the literature, if you follow the news, above Friday 16, no, need gun, just on your guy. Just say, he has not arrived.
You need to.
Need you. Yeah, you need to. One of the greatest symbols for a young person,
like a prestige.
It's prestigious. What you say?
Okay.
I don't want us to get there.
I don't want us to get there. Thank you very much. Let's move on and let's look at the back.
Hopefully we don't get there.
Hopefully we don't get there, but we're on our way. And now, just a quick one. We are trying to copy Omo.
Yeah.
Into the current code of conduct now. Some of these statements, sa kolano and we say shout at the person. We say for example, say true news, one true news. One true exams.
Yeah,
promotion. First, anka the list we have board no so. Oma ka omechini. And like those are repeated. Oma bo come any. Now you don't do that. In time, kwanu hu say. Adisiana wo
Yes, you feel obi abra.
I am feeling.
So we are getting there. We are just on our way to that place. As I said, there's some kind of review.
Something needs to be done about it. Yeah, Daniel who says CF Jadi and Kratoya ba. We look at the 24-hour economy, which it's a game changer for a Mabuno. And now say Kennedy can come Hunisa. And now say Sedu Hunisa. Akali Lusu saying the 24-hour economy. To what extent can it give the youth, the teeming youth of this nation, jobs? Yeah, Basisia.
Ya wo wiase ene sa opesika atre wadwuma mu anasa woniema begu pot na wonya sika mfa nkoyie na adane wadwendwen eno nti na wo se wonya sika krabia obeboa mu wadwuma na atumpon Jabinira Bank PLC ene wani daso yen asampa loan ewo homa wona wo pebesia ai import won niema ana woton auto part wotonton cars eniema hoduo bia ema moton tuma ana entade sa akwanye wo homa obibia se obeba Jabinira Bank na oni abehwehwe nkomo na yen asampa loan die yenyi collateral yenyi commitment fee die wo hia your application letter ye begina so dana ede loan ama wo interest rate na ekituwa bi obapa loan scheme ewo homa emergency for makam ho abom se ekuo na mo recognized institutions na mo pese modwuma enyine kwosro and only qualify mo mamutumbaji loan na mekai wo say interest rate ni ekituwa bi your savings account, current account, microfinance, shares, susu, dachinti investment, group loan, fixed deposit, any de kika home. Jabinira Bank PLC, yen head office for Asante Jabin, yen other branches is nibi so ewo Ejoso, Roman Hill, Adesheman, Pankrono, Magazine Road, Abuaso, Fumesa, Onye, Sipetimpom, Bonye Jabe ene ye ni officer ye bie no Atonsu market ebe Kumasi High School Junction. Frey 0271 409340 and 0544 745856.
Onyame frada wo so nanso honam wodin fasikasemu wo fam a entimi ma wonko kodru obotai ne ho ana akwanya so bi mada na Grace Fountain of Life Theological Bible Institute edema wo ya dupe dosu kwa wo Bible adesua ne nchirechire mu free ya new sika bia be 3 months 6 months and 12 months intensive courses ebema wanya international certificate in Christian ministry, international diploma in theology and international degree in theology. Ye ya ordained ama wa be pastor, apostle, prophet, evangelist and a teacher. Ye wo madina hachu kasua tema La Paz and Nungwa. Fre Apostle John Elvis Ofosuhine 0244 660785.
My name is Pauline Odro. As a mother, a musician, and an actress, keeping fit and staying healthy has always been my priority. It's been said that water is life, and I love life. Tell you what, drinking clean and healthy water has always been part of me. You know why? Because it keeps me young and healthy. Let me introduce to you water that has been taken through proper purification by Obibini Black Man Company Limited, with their highly skilled personnel both from Germany and Ghana. Equipped with a modern state-of-the-art laboratory in a clean and hygienic environment, approved by the Ghana Food and Drugs Authority. Stay hydrated with Set Natural Mineral Water.
Liberty Hour, in conjunction with Food for Thoughts, presents Way a Median Online Watch Night. Natural say, Yesiripe, Nia Bompaye, Ewa Abefu, and Tentines, and Owia TV. Now, way, Yasamano, Yefri Odifu Yesiangoma, Etiadriana watch, and Chichemumi or said the God of suddenly. Natural say, Onyame, Wabeba in prayer, way oil, any communion wine, direction, Tiashan and February Bosumi, Neda Tosu Eduno and Son, Owia TV, Facebook, any YouTube, Onyamia Kua, Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye, Erebre, Onyamia Manengosra, Odiwani, Mornay, Musiripe, Nama Bompaye, Namuperie, Freche, Nyamia, Yam Fetcher, Naya Unimudro, or Sansa Krokotia Quadro, Yesu Christo, or Benkatechi, Obeya 1 century. Oh, glory, hallelujah.
Now, better me, I am.
Welcome back. Yet to Ajimedino so ewa hanomo na it's all about the 24-hour economy. Abaino ekwa abato oka ho sem kire o man Ghana. Emaburu ni nyina ebo na chidom. Na emaburu no kra de do o madwene ne say yesi efre bibi 3 shift 1 3 3. Etino say oya adwuma ebodu mienu a ana no mienu a wapon no be aba no mienu akopem no nsia no so no bi so abeya atu anopa afini aban no amagana for say we need a policy framework ebetimi a guide the 24-hour economy adwuma omoye because one district one factory aban dada no anye any policy framework anye mra nto ho ntino NDC abamba watumi ato agu enka na adwuma ho watwam. Whether you invested in it or whatever, and your money here. Sisia 24-hour economy authority has been established. Omanhene signed into law into a year juma. Yet is a 400 private firms and a register said they want to be put on the 24-hour economy, as said by Minister for Labor and Jobs Rashid Pelpu. And they, is it the panacea? Is it the game changer? MMM Bunanya Juma Yana. Mami Shasi and free ho. Kennedy can come.
Omanhene, I doubt to say 24 hours economy no a bit more effective before the term of President John Mahama. The idea no is very good. Me won say baby me nyini ya baby a wo baby me free no. Van say na industry se twa enwo hia.
Yeah.
Nsa de be ba de ye ne cars ni. Ana cars we na ye jase ni o cars. Nti na ye ko cars wo. Ti Guinness Ghana Limited, Jute Factory, Shoe Factory, AG Timbers, yeah, no quite, you know, LLN, near the more initials, no, Kuswana Usua, LLN, I lost Lumber Limited, you bought short, you know, now cancer, and only the year, you know, the yes, you money, but as it stands now, one was a upon a year, but how to get it implemented, no, the number of years, no, President Mahama, and sound wako until say obey na adwene say obo beba be fa 24-hour economy na to aso.
Okay, so
ntimi ma into reality in it during this time.
How?
Because say the was a me have my company da. And I have been in government so that I know how implementation is. Once the implementation is a person who good governance and I say for now so the sign in public administration. It won't take me for less than 1 year proper implementation. Because also 24 hours economy now in economy no year panwa. As what we say, a big Ghana for no, there's going to be established offices. Even putting an office together is not easy. And yes, I know Oma be you must 24-hour economy no across the country no. Omu you might gonna say omu de omu pen ebeton check cause obi pen ho a obi o wa obeso dress kwatena office air condition na say for eso na gonna say for go
omu pa omu achi.
So man po mu acha omuntumenye because I remember my day metro mass bakuma those am deputy administrative manager in charge of procurement. Technically I was the head because I'm not a politician. I'm a mama ka you me technocrat. Enti na ye ni office e wo Kumase. Ti ya oba osafo ya da na osafo ma one office pe ana na yigina nti na ye bi o ye no bi ye dex no isi abase ana na ye dwuma no. Inti ya pa ho achi dro nwa na ye horo cars no pese amanfo patronize it what we were going through before the buses will come out in the following morning. People didn't have an idea. Ebu ha me call ho anopa na me firi obi a how much 1 2 ade acha by 6 o'clock I have to be there again. So until even to establish that office I be able to come metro mass then comfort to officer o magija dem na se for no. O share the way I started ya dey easy. And based on the experience that I have in getting those things done, I make kasa same way you. Say you bet me and Crawford committed enough. Say omu mra pobu achi a office I can see a person at cinema condition cast and as if one. Because this year also 24 hours economy near banners open even rigging up a year reps. You need to procure maybe transportation facilitated the moment. Registration office will be a person be part of the regional area 24-hour economy or say me concan I register.
Okay.
There must be some proximity. Now that now say nya ban no best spearhead a friend say
private driver.
Private never be driver no. Me private person mo majuma na person me 24 economy. Me stress nkofa nkotran kran. Enkodi line so kopim say be register me na say for me di yo. Me say me no okay me in fact you me modi. Ohia workers sia. But workers no bi ombeko bia no. Work no ntimi survive because of the pay otua. Because private firms no umu pay omutua no nya bi na the omu single spine salary structure so that no. Omanhene, I'm debating this say Ghanaian. I'm not debating this as a politician.
Okay.
That is why I'm giving those experience. So because private sector no payment no any the same as the public sector payment.
Well, so I just say take
the
it or leave it.
Or say yes, the conditions yes, the condition of services no any the same thing. So it is also be boa mana ba ya. O kwa ko topu ni sika na mano ana. Are you going to help them with the condition of service? I'm for anytime because minimum company is here. Opa ma nipa 100 is here. Make so far for nipa 100. Bra, me don't because is here before. Yes, a brony juma, but otua 1,200.
Nasa ni ombeko.
No, Omanhene me say me de nipa akọ. Me site am ye juma. Me shada fan kofo ne ba na juma ne sana ma bo obu nyina no. Na me de o ma koma nipa no.
Enche
Omukwa bebre no omukọ omagya because there was a strategy that person me bo na man adwuma ne koso. But ono no obetimi aye production 24 hours at the video no to bo okwa na wonya ana ne product no so ne to. But ono ye na adwene se obetue sika ebe ma ono a obe ba de o me ho e wo besoa concrete Owia or gibe 180 per day. Ona me che no. Ono mesi ni no gi 200 cedis per concrete obegu. One me che no say o ka 200 no daily mark
Monday
no
to
no
Saturday will be 1,200 a month.
no sika no so do command 1,200 a month. Na che say oh no e so man one ma. One was that is the reality on the ground. And you say 24 hours of economy ni betimi aye dia. There must be some top up e was anko for no. And the most important thing a woman pan is demand must meet supply. Over economy sir. If demand and time meet supply and supply and time meet demand the power and also intime nya adwuma. Well, until I buy no policy no there but having minya time on kind ni nyina nsi there but I will take time and read about the 24 hours economy. And they say obewie na say demand and time meet supplier. Me private company ma bia madwuma. What's me mfa nipa bo ma adwuma 3 shifts. Omo be produce say produce na me warehouse on yema. Na ya nyu obi ama na meto a. Ebesi den na matimi akoye another production. Once the production is also cycle no say break or 1 point pay the company no background to e come to a standstill. It is also mean juice na me here 24 hours me produce juice no sana one no benom and buy no should also make provision say ebia say juice na o produce wa ye na eduru ba bia ye akoma ebia secondary school for bia mama konom e dia fulfill the ebia school feeding program no ana ye be je dia akoma university for bia akonom and dia akoma school feeding program on the make no. And they say, "Antimi ahwe sa ani omani nyina hihye nyina ntina me ka say be difficult say betimi aba into fruition. Be effective power President Mahama time yeah because this year me no ka say or about 2 years to go. And they make the second year mu na wewure mu. To 2026 if free mu 2027 no omu be wi ama politics na be sha ase den as wa anye careful obozo be do we be no kan kro obi emfi ni biem. So enti se omu be ye no a there must be a dedicated fund. I de ba be ye e de be support o mu register ni nyina so Omanhene sa o se bia ye nye program e wa ha e bia say ya nkopim say no obi nso meto aso free wa. Or are you going to support that person to pay those o mu ba be extra na nipa no he ne capacity mu no de ye ni production. So the mention to do the excess one that are coming now say me mra me no how am I going to pay? How am I going to top up? How am I going to even machine no kra bi eduru ba bia say me ja manage? One the mention no say me machine na are you going to also help me to acquire a new machine and also be seen chain no so no say do we na we no air cool down no we so you be start we ana. So until the fact of the matter is say eye ade a eye doable because no juice factory here. What I say LLL or yes is here no ka say your companies be biri o a omu twa 24 hours omu ye omadwuma because omu no demand no ho. Or yeah, ni plywood ni to ho na straight away the plywood no enso marketing. Okay. Even the best say so kra na grade 2 grade 3 ni grade 4 no nyina no amanfo gyina so omu ye dey omu gia omu betwe sika kra to ayeto eti the production or demand no consumption no wa ye dey koye adwuma sesia. Now what about obi a also to nsu a ne competition do so ani nsu ozugu wa ye ntoy. Okay. On the make sure enti ade no de enipa no wo ho anwuma ne wo ho a ye ka se be run 24 hours economy ne wo a ye betimi aye but to even ese be betimi materialize no enye so simple sa editina me ka se ye ade bi ya krokro mi bebia me factory mu ama nkrofo abam sa nkrofo do mu ba ss no wona me che no esa aban no man nipa no kra so benefit kakra okay ne nipa no so ade ya me koyi no simple se machine ya adwuma na ye hye abro so na moto ko hye Abino has make a provision as a share meet me and Skako replace.
Oh, I think the snipers of it that we saw, government covers certain electricity, water, security, and even tax rebates. Something a bit me ama say can come industries. Ebia ne bosome otia ebia 50,000 for electricity. Abani situ at 10,000. 40,000 na anka wode betua no. You should say wode betua ebia nipa be 50k. Ebia nipa 50 no, a reasonable amount of money. And how the baby ma home. But George say so a man be to say the government is ready to cushion the private sector to run. But I agree with you on the basis say me, if you don't create a conscious or a deliberate market, and none only didn't come over, and we're even talking about Vesta oil. I'm saying, well, can't see how baby. Say, or produce cooking oil. School say, war Ghana, Hanamo, senior high school, see. Yeah, the oil, yeah, the animal. Tia, Humedia, Anglican Secondary School, Pokua, any houses. Can't the government consciously take a decision, say, this is an indigenous company. All senior high school matrons near day. See to it, say, Vesta oil supplies. You will not need to go and tell Vesta oil, say, your amount a target of 5 tons a week provided. Oh, no, now we catch us on
24 hours.
Immediately, he will employ.
Yeah, Omanhene. You won't say, so companies are not making one million. So a man Jude run it 24 hours.
Yeah.
Jude factory no sack near ready now. Cocoa farmers no.
And a bisukra co export.
Export.
And
no
so
more not demand in our market na near the big Burkina Faso the big so na make us LLL or no we na no timba no ebia we bia place or da kra or ebia Holland Germany as for your container you know I tracks you are time the first running the train. When the first not train running through all the area ni na
valley no me dey contact the port
na da basic main road na chesa ya push na the call so enti na sa ne o mani nyina no na demand no na ye no
e was slow
anytime make say ade no enya ade adi yo eni o ma ye wo ha nyina he even cross also being produce empreku ene nkokwa na say ye stop e importer e ana ban na ne dada ne ho de bia ya ne dada ye ho o se wo be stop import of ebia eni o ma we e ba nyina no onye because the party ni bi
and the
cra de bantino or crapper na pressure bi akono so Kumasi Accra railway line that way execute me ye da but omu wo buses run Kumasi Accra no ye party gurus o ma finance party no because the railway ni bus adwuma ne beden e be form but any na esa aban so hu say esa aban hu say ye mfa sa
hu say imagine ko
me say Kumasi Accra railway line no enya adwuma adin Uma railway for 1 year. You bet me a railway point from Kumasi to 1 year. 6 months. They be almost in more 6 months. No more track a slip as you go on it. Within 6 months, the road, the railway will be in Accra. But the movement or more transportation, you no money finance most of the political parties or financing people financing this. And it's a railway ni ba na nipa nim say otana railway ni say kim o dey say otana railway ni ko within 2 hours me boss so me ko metimi di me car asi railway ni so akwa use one kran na say for no a transportation sector no be conform bon so the buying should also make a conscience of us to engage those in transportation industry no now I convince you put 2 documents together and bring them on board the railway. No more shareholders, no more okay, and ye jai bass no tonwa. You say railway na eba na ye dia. Enti say no is going to this place. Nanka ama otimam fo no man high. Enso ba ku fon afunti. E nyina etia ye wa. Enti o my way on. We have solutions. But the bedru baby no ma mo pese tranya wo na ye baba be kun kura ato akore ni akofa because of politics. Problems e wo Ghana nye problems are yentimi solve. Ye betimi solve 24 hours economy. Ana meka say ye bida e wo Ghana ha ye betumi asan ya mana broso esi aba Kumasi a factories e wo Kumasi panya factories kutu awo but obi o ana meka no oye de na ho ni betumi o de meche no say obi de order ba oye de obetumi supply wi asa edo anwumra wo dum ni machine wa kwakoda oda ne baby government ya also the electricity man no o masa yi ni nyina no enche da nipa ni se da nya direct benefit also.
Okay.
I want to mention and the government should make something on go beyond that. May subsidize electricity, may subsidize way. Now on check one about fast one. Now my electricity, now my machine running 24 hours. Some machine be break it down. Also, my electricity be my machine running. And they break it down. The machine break it down. Are you going to help me repair the machine?
Okay.
On the mention.
I can you.
Yo. I recognize that Minua Kennedy can say already document in its entirety, and I think that's an honest politician. Say Wajiatum, and so I can forgive some of the especially the conclusion. Basically, we hear the 24-hour economy then as a campaign promise, and now as a reality in terms of the legal framework. Kwa fasona yabwa ama one awodidwa, and I say yesi kasem akonkan as o minor. Eye ube kaya ye bon to ko chirichi ko benche se Ghana fon ento abama ye no. Kwa ye fa so tro ye boshe nwuma de ye friend manifesto no. The ye and say you use the obron friend composite manifesto writing approach. Yet committees be brave on economy, on education, on every sector. And yet too omo call Ghana finance so munko bisa farmers, teachers, what do you need? And here your manifesto no require woman say a Ghana for the Troy. It's just like when I first throw 1992 constitution. And we still have the records of all the meetings at any Ghana for year. We have that. So what happened is one of the idea APA and say yesi kasem kwa ebe faso na Ghana yesi kasem ejina. Meaning say na so far so good. It's in terms of the depreciation of the CD and that's the general economy. Yeah, boy a home modern. But say ebe no kana e was say yetimi ye the problem for intentionality. Yetimi ye deliberate steps. I bet me atwa so. Yes, just like he said, President John Dramani Mahama, give or take 3 years or less, he will no more be the president of the Republic of Ghana. The next president was so about oil than what was so. Again, so share Yemra Pon 1992 Constitution, if be the directive principles of state policy. Now, and no say as much as practicable and possible, no, a bind be a bibi. Na de pa esan say o man sika anasiti mamu for sika e na odi ye nti na ban foforo ba emfa ho ne sa ban foforo no ye party foforo no anasi party different party we say we den woto aso. That's right. Anything na ye kasai eye or the same hospitals agenda 111 na do dan kwakufu ado aban sha ase no president mama say o man no sika nti ense say e manu e shegu kwa nti na make say some of them are continue meaning say from the health minister and by next month or two no a good number of them cry by then you be commission because it's a Ghanaian taxpayer. That's right. What the president has said, they say Ghana forecast you be here be say mabunu here ejuma. They say mabunu no be here ejuma. E was say a very deliberate kwan be fa so na etimi aboa won ya wo especially private sector. No mo etimi abai omu nyuma mu. Omu mamu mpo omu etimi aye more than one shift. Say the enyan say companies be bre amon for be ejuma no pa. About 4 or 5 enumra ya pon. You are machines no lie idle omo kofie space no so eda ho. Meanwhile the reverse is that you mabunu bebre say bi omu wie school omu ni nsa na adwuma na so omu nya adwuma kwa mbefa so na omu nsa kwa omo no edin. So what government has said, they say look, essence say most of the policies and programs are buying edi ba mram mata ho no aban foforo bia ba ya na obo agu no nsa be any there. So for the first time no government is saying say unlike what happened with the 1D1F enche aban foforo say oba was so to aso no yemfa mramra meaning say yes aban foforo bi ba obetimi assess 24-hour economy no but the difference is that because afa air law no kwa obefa so atimi a reverse no it's more difficult than say just a mere policy that is not backed by law. Until the president as we speak no e dio say yo the parliament approve bill na e share kiti say e was say yetimi e created the open the enabling environment a private sector no be take advantage. Yet me open the economy. Number one, and it's me Kennedy can raise the issues, and I think those are legitimate issues. So maybe a private person, na me produce here, a then me say I was say metre machine, and I say me produce more than any no. What government is doing is that buying person who entices the private sector based on policies and programs are you are rather more likely to want to go say subscribe to the 24-hour economic policy than because of a normal rule. My more example. At the Ghana Free Zones Authority, Nyame Adom, me regional manager. A licensee company, a Kumasi-based company, of a meeting company, the natural. And you can go and check. We licensed this company in July last year. Do you know by November, this company started doing 3 shifts? We licensed in July. July, September, October, November. Now we have 3 shifts. You know why? Because according to Yenye law, no, So we're a free zone company. The whole exporting, it doesn't matter the volumes. In terms of military duties. And again, with machinery. Because when we license the person, but the next month, or trailer, truck, or clear, the value at the time was 340,000 Ghana cedis, or clear one to again, not ethanol, it's an alcoholic-based company. No. 10 containers. He was going to pay about 1 million Ghana cedis in all. Clear one to Capri. Just one consignment, he saved more than 1 million Ghana cedis. That money has gone back to the same businessman. Our plow back into the business. It's the same concept. It's a 24-hour economy. I buy castle or more tax rebates. Until Sanka tax is now be to a buying. I buy say the greater mass of that tax and it will say a cow company now plow back into a business. What it means and it say wait me after more people. Again, what it means so wait me run more than one shift because you are having more people. Now again, already the issue of where am I sending the goods? And I think that's a legitimate question. Because we increase the production now. You should have a place to dump the goods. I remember listening to President Mama and Honorable Guzitano, order the secretary now authority.
Okay.
Or see, government is going to be so deliberate. It is the reason Obekaya Education Ministry recently, the sanitary pads are. I mean, some people raise issues of quality, and Honorable Aruna Drisu has set up a committee and we'll investigate to see if it may have scale. The plan about the 24-hour economy and say, one, we want to increase export. Because to me, generating more, we need to create an environment to be exported. Because once we export, the HN say, a bit me my seek a same year. Because a normal would require man on and I would echo other countries. O could hard currency the above mine. And my city na home the head in epeja. That's number one. Number two, make us say, your food glass, banche, near Bruni, all of that. President Mama directed 2 institutions. National buffer stock in particular, so more mop it up and also more absorb it as much as possible in the area buying. So the American say, as for market, the market is there. But a buying person will stop the import of most of your products now. The effort on import substitution. I was also creating an import substitution. And that's all buying rice, cooking oil, and all those products now. Question will be say, do Ghanaian companies have the capacity to supply? The answer is no. So if indeed Ghanaian government do not have the capacity, all you do is to begin tackling the capacity issues. Once a capacity no raise it, who say to me so gradually now will reduce it, the number of import and I say quantities of import. Number two, according to government is not only targeting companies that are existing already. In fact, as far as I know, October or November last year, the 24 hours economy secretariat had contacted me. One of the leaders had contacted me. Because they are already profiling companies in Ashanti region, and I know one of them in Asqua here. All the incentives, including land. Make us a Volta region, or more vast hectares of land. So person will go into agro processing, producing of any agricultural product, including setting up your factory. Are buying so on time, and that's the difference. Government is going to have all the lease agreements with you, provided so what you are producing there is meant to support the economy. Government is going to give you land. Again, government agencies are more supply or more fund to say Exim Bank. Are buying and making sure say even if say one go school now into me intro business proposal, the secretariat has the capacity. So me now put in all the documentations needed. A bit me meet the minimum threshold and I say expectation. Now what me apply for a loan guaranteed by the secretariat. So the be to Exim Bank be my loan. Now the ura factory and I say production. Number 3, and so apart from loans, apart from lands, I buy more number timi and making sure say mo sika sembe kon kind of timi afa amount for no. I buy say infrastructure is very critical. Say per 24-hour economy here juma. Akwan. So for example, who do we brew and I saw banana plantation. Na road near imo trouble. The HN say no buy no award no. Say be kan wura mo ho say and I say pro. I buy say as part of the big push no. A critical part of the money no be call into providing roads into farms and factories be making sure say no buyer amount for be produce and I say goods and products na amount for be producing no easy access to the market. Again we road no free her. Government has made it very clear. Say look, we want to go into the international market. And again government through the trade ministry, government through the foreign affairs ministry, don't forget say you after Africa Continental Free Trade Area.
That's
the Secretariat is in Accra. And to whatever government, a very deliberate policy to make sure say production will be stimulated, production will be expanded. Again, because we were gradually introducing what we call the import substitution, the critical mass of the products that you produce or my muhano.
Are you running out of time and are too early to conclude, sir?
Well, I think, sir, to agree with Minua Kennedy can come. Say 24-hour economy, the fullest of benefit. It is looking like say to be post-President Mahama. But it's a gradualist approach. Currently, they say over 400 companies that are already have intended to subscribe and ongoing. We will begin seeing the signs. But what I'm saying is it is the reason our President Mahama making sure say once it is a law, in less than a week or so, if I'm right, and I was saying to him, I bet any authority and the secretary will be set up. And I'm not too sure we are running out of time. Governance is a continuum. And nothing I make as what is saying, hospitals are President Akufo-Addo started, President Mahama is continuing. And I think that's what governance should do. So whoever inherits from President Mahama, which I believe will be an NDC president, and also what the same 24-hour economy. Of course, what do you expect from me? And nipa bi obe take over from President Mahama bia so no essence I am branding it was ultimately to 24-hour economy because at the end of the day 24-hour economy is non-discriminatory. It is non-political, it's non-partisan. Businesses are much name. Some of them belong to A, others belong to B. It's irrelevant. Ghana for NAO moduma. In fact, so be kan kokon kitinkiti. Inya in Boris B. And publicly nyama America or declare he has stated clearly baby the political party. He's not an NDC member. But President Mahama part 1, Eboano. Part 2, he's one of the lead persons or more a raised day old. So no, you are supposed to raise them for 4 weeks. Now, Udiama others to continue. That's non-discriminatory because he's a Ghanaian. It doesn't matter political party or belong. And I think that is where, as a man, I will see it me drew. So, in summary, the American is a 24-hour economy, a well thought out, what I call blueprint, ever revolutionize the economic architecture. One, in terms of providing access to facility, in terms of roads, the general infrastructure, funds, policy in terms of capital, even training of workers.
Okay.
To make sure that they are able to deliver within the 24 hours. Your team will train Obia to ensure that more need capacity to put in your books to meet the standard. Government is doing
government
that.
Will
Again,
help.
when you produce, government through the free SHS, if some of the goods will be used by them, will absorb. Government is directing buffer stock. President has already directed
to take
more absorb it.
Yeah.
So once we are able to produce more, then we'll be reducing our import cover. Goods are yet gradually. So that in some years to come, at least most of the normal the boy who buy Omanhene and
was here free. So do my memory will change. Nah, mintie so now.
I say a quick one. I know more kind idea. Maybe better. Maybe a better business plan. Business advisory center was there in every district. Oh, business from the amount. Yabama was under the plan for food and job. That's as I said. It is more way idea. Oh, because the idea no order that. And I said you didn't have these things has been there.
Okay. Say do mami tio. Say do mami tio.
Omanhene minia akalilu. Akase ye kama. But I was in I think say send our outline no there anka it me a young quadia anka no conso babo mine pa but then okay na na me hwe one district one factory time am dey buy MPP for one Omanhene can
have no law. That's the difference.
Oh yes, I agree. At the end, a form the person Krunka say
agrone for more.
Say party they say Kraman they will say ohun form. Say ohun say bones
so catch Kraman say yeah party a form the best. The obenya di form the best.
So into Sha is not far different from one district one factory. One district one factory, in this among register companies over almost 300 companies by 2022. The register we you offer some support. Edema these companies. Okay, square na mekai say nail factory which I see. I say, call a scrap overhead. No, there's one particular company there. Omanhene News and other bolt and nuts.
Bolt and nuts.
Let me carry those stamps, you know. And one of, I think, Keskin also, one of the shoe now, meaning Common cited that particular place. And it's quite similar. It's very, very similar. On paper, yes. But question and person say, what is the objective of this project? Industrialization, cut down, rate of unemployment in particular.
Yes. Industrialization leads to all of that.
Yeah. But, first, what has happened in the past and what is happening now, can there be any difference?
Yes.
Difference in the say, we are law, we more them rab baton. And Canadian Fabram baton. In Jediam baton, and a better day. I believe, say, what we need as a country now, Omanhene, and yet this kind of slogans.
Who want to say a slogan?
No one say it's similar to
One
district, one factory, planting for food and job. No, I have like mostly slogans. But the actual work, no, you might have in this education, you know. On our site, an example, I will say one particular company. From somewhere July, right? Or
from July.
July by November.
Yes.
Now we start running 3 shifts. Yeah. When you have any support from government in terms of electricity supply,
yes.
At least what can
the license?
One can say at least importing of some input,
yes.
You know, most support. Yes. And I think this system has been there all this while.
No, this is a free zone.
The free zone.
But let me give you. Just
free
1
zone
second.
was not established in 2025.
Just 1 second. Rollins established it, and NDC government established it. No, me information.
Because I know they can politics.
No, you don't get it.
We are more. No,
okay. Ubisas when your government, apart from import electricity, and I say yes, we are a free zone company. You don't pay taxes on
electricity.
But it's not new.
This system is already there.
It's not new under free zone there.
Of course.
This system is. It will still run.
And I said the free zone has been there. All these things are there already.
This system is there.
Nobody wants to be free zone.
What will go through that? And that means that once that problem is there, and you get the right people to be there, I might achieve this 24-hour economy. But my concern, they say, here are the way you see they are building their open. But I mean, you can say, young business, I will say, unemployment here can was me. Current statistics records, about 15 million Ghanaians are working, out of which, about 72% of them are underemployed. Of the 15 million Ghanaians who are working, 72% are underemployed, which means that they are being paid, honorable 1,200. Why are they paid 1,200? Cost of production. 2022, hyperinflation. Now, what has been the cost? And then more money chasing pure goods. It's cost of production. It's cost push inflation. And then that input and other stuff. Companies on Barbary Disano, what is the government plan? Say, okay, this is our objective. Say, if we are calling industrialization now, which products and which country is likely to buy? But this is an open way. Say, Obi and register. More company, Kurana, many companies have more certificate. I'll go and register.
No,
let me try and share the
you can't just you finish. Remember, if the chance.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. I'm
me too.
Issues.
Okay.
It's cost. We have to identify a specific problem and address it. You say graduates over 100,000 are produced almost every year. What kind of training skills Ben at the moment? Skills Ben, and where are they going? What produces humanities? This university, even tech, KNUS is now producing humanity almost equal to engineers. So, Christ say, that number and I've not exceeded that.
Humanity is awesome.
Why are you taking them to? And that basic argument, okay, industrialization to achieve low unemployment rate. The skills labor one, where are they? Where are we putting them to? And it to me, one, say, almost cancel somebody moving election now. I've asked myself this question: did the NDC win the 2024 election because of one 24-hour economy, or their promises on where now? To me, they didn't win the election because of the promises on where.
Why?
We need election because say honorable King can come and say and now it's in the submission very, 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 very excellent. But at that time, now you bring some of the mismanagement are so we NEC winning election based on the mismanagement of the NPP government.
Then your party too could have won if not because of our promises. No, I'm helping your argument.
You are not helping me.
Okay, then.
They did not win. I'm for 2 hours. No one got 2 hours. They said 24-hour economy. Ominim say yati one district, one factory da. Ankwesiaga. Yati one time health insurance premium payment. Ankwesiaga. Ominim those promises, They voted because there's a serious mismanagement of the economy. Among for hearing him say, "Ora, what will come out of it?" By 2028, the question will not be 24. Any for the about 24-hour economy because they can't ask questions based on about management of the economy now. They will be asking for the promise Amaye. But the typical rational Ghanaian no, na sitting no hako to abano. The questions are Busano. And one these ones, what is happening to unemployment rate? Nunia or share no university. I say what that's what Tinaneson, who we are the now. That's the question is going to ask. Or her rose, nequine, health, some basic things, cost of living. They were here no. And to me, this government should concentrate on that one. Should concentrate on that one. These things, at the end of the day, they say, we say, one district, one factory. How much did we spend on that one? And what has been its benefit?
Okay.
And by 2028, I'll be asking you to.
Mama, come on, I am a die. I was about 10.
It is important. They say, Kai, in your mom, wait till Mrs. Say that basic questions I say, no more addressing. But some of these things in there, the sick and go on
all right.
Thank
you very much. Thank you very much.
Urban rules, feeder rules. Bisa says, see, I'm no case. Say urban rules for a crime. She said the whole urban rules department. Omo is almost supervisor contractors. As you saw, Noble House, no urban roads for office. We go no more machines. You are now engineers. No more urban road departments. A constructive crime. An urban roads officer. Why they be houses here? Obi anyone or customer sorry, I make one here or quack supervisor crime. Now, some engineers are for more urban roads department as a feeder roads department. No, omuno ejuma be no more. And don't say when I pesa ye be more be put on to use the my ejuma o ma fan crofo de ejuma ne enye and I tete one o man no MPP NDC nyina sebe me pesa me ka say
manu share ya Jabin Rabank PLC shares a fixed deposit and once I'm na make catch no the Rabank PLC gentlemen the 2023 best Rabank of the year, best in innovation and business development by the Chamber of Commerce and Industries and the Financial Inclusion Advocacy at Kuala Lumpur. Yajia wonyina na mibusa se uye investor. Open a reputable financial institution. Now odi usika akushem. And the Jabin Rabank may come formal. Mamin can your shares wasem. These shares allow you to become a part owner of the bank for higher returns and dividends. Edian Abenye Frimo, higher dividend income. Long-term growth, lucrative investment, and wealth creation. I remember Sika Bawa Brabo Sika Bouncem. Yeah, was scholarship. Yadema brilliant but needy children. Omono, educational scholarship. Emma Obia or shares or Jabin Rabanka. And no cry to me, Ebuano. Jabira Bank PLC is a trusted financial institution in Ghana. Over 41 years, ye dear Dijuma. Net ye me. Ye fixed deposit. And ye higher returns. Ye were 3 months. Ye were 6 months. And ye were 12 months. Now ye interest rate, no, so we see any more to pay. You know, transfer, you know about Guinea. Now watch the infamous. A bit my base wako cross sika baby with the sika ko shame my car. Yen, you are 100% assured. Etiano pay. Pusu ahoma. 0544 74 58 56 0544 74 58 56 0242 38 74 98. And now dial it *389 *984 hash. And over Conwa Koto shares. He has all by Hokra. *389 *984 hash. Nabibia Ekosu Kama. Grace Fountain Bible Institute. Na make come for a say. Onyamina Frewa Ba Bema a free Bible school. 3 months intensive international certificate in Christian ministry. 6 months intensive international diploma in theology. 12 months, which is a year intensive international degree in theology. Forms no 50 Ghana cedi. Tuition a free. Yawa Madina Hacho Kaswa Kofodi La Paz Kumasi Nungwane Tema. For 0244 660 785 0244 660 785. Z natural mineral water. No super. Now our brabono enye kama nkonum suya oyefunu bekika wo konum suya nsa beguo Kumasi Brema West ya na Z natural mineral water e ko atomica ye wo depo kese enso wo honomo odia ne Z natural mineral water e ya be fie pese wo serve ahokwo wedding engagement adoring wow office ne be bia no 0244 620294 0244 620294 and 0208 183 018. Abusianfo yedamo ase mono ya tena fri anopa be pem samrewe abejefo Sameda Kalilu Santa Regional Manager Free Zones. Kennedy Akwesi Kankam former MC Asokore Mampon and Seidu PMP General Secretary bidin di Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye bono sia yede Owia Kyeɛ ebebro mono yentna makramo. Bye bye.
Ghana mine no makwaba eba best herbal center ewo Ekuapem Berekuso.